This is what you see live on Facebook, Cointakra, any Ghana Talks radio page in this now. Listen, about your fire, 1 year, Wadding, Jajan.
Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with GhanaTalks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With GhanaTalks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. GhanaTalks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. GhanaTalks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast, French fries.
Koko nikosi, alo komi kesheto.
Wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare,
Regina Bless,
Deborah Adoso,
and I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show, your morning companion. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show, your morning companion. Good morning, everyone. It's a beautiful Wednesday morning, and you are welcome to the Ghana Talks Breakfast Show right here on Ghana Talks Radio. This is the news headline review. Here we bring you all the latest headlines making waves in the news. From business to politics, from sports to entertainment, we got you covered with the most relevant stories. As usual, I remain your host, Ruth Esenam Fiagbedu. Joining me this morning on a news headline review is Miss Regina Bless and Miss Debbie Adoso, who will be joining us shortly. Good morning, Miss Regina.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm great, you.
I'm fine. How was your sleep? Today, the weather is showing us shady.
Yesterday, I could dry hot water. This morning, hot water. I can't keep myself.
You get it. The way the weather is dealing with us.
Yeah. The moment I came out of the room, I was like, yes, this weather is weather. And it's not good for only one person, but I tell you for them.
You manage.
You sleep like that.
This is actually a test.
Yeah.
To test you if really you can stand it. All right, that was just by the way. Let's dive into our news items for this morning. Mahama scraps fuel allowances for all political appointees. President John Dramani Mahama has, with immediate effect, cancelled the payment and allocation of fuel allowances to all political appointees as part of his administration's ongoing effort to reduce public expenditure. The announcement was made on Tuesday, July 15th, in an official statement from the presidency, signed by the Minister for Government Communications, Felix Kwache Ofosu. According to the release, the directive is aimed at curbing government spending and redirecting funds into key priority sectors. The president believes that leadership must also bear its part of sacrifices. It is calling on the people to make the statement noted, highlighting the administration's commitment to leading by example in the face of current economic pressures. This move is the latest in a series of measures introduced by the Mahama government. Recent steps include a significant reduction in the size of government through fewer ministerial and presidential staff appointment, and the cancellation of satellite TV subscription for officers at the presidency and other state institutions. This decision comes barely 24 hours before the implementation of the 1 cedi levy expected to be charged on every litre of fuel purchased at the pump. The government has explained that the primary aim of the levy is to provide the Ministry of Energy with sufficient funds to procure fuel for power generation. Now, this is the story in details. President Mahama issued a directive yesterday that they should cut off allowances for public appointees on fuel. So President Mahama has immediately cancelled fuel allowances for all political appointees. This means that appointees will no longer, never, will no longer receive free fuel or fuel reimbursement from the states. They will have to buy the fuels themselves. The move is part of government's cut-costing efforts amid economic challenges. This is part of Mahama's effort to cut down costs on the government's expenditure. So according to the statements from the Minister for Government Communication, Felix Ofosu-Kwakye, it's a sacrifice from leadership to show solidarity with the Ghanaian public during hard times. You know, today is actually the set date for the implementation of the 1 cedi levy. It's a symbol of fiscal discipline, signaling that the government is serious about reducing wasteful expenditure. The savings are expected to be regenerated into critical sectors such as health, education, and power generation. So from henceforth, with immediate effect, government is no longer going to pay for fuel for ministers and appointees in government positions. Ms. Regina, what do you make of it? Isn't it a good news?
It's a great move.
What are
It's
your
a
thoughts on
very
that?
great move. And if other expenses can be scrapped, or other privileges enjoyed by these MPs can be scrapped, they should go ahead and scrap it. Omonje salary pay, because everyone is working according to, and most of the time these people don't even spend, should I say, if I'm not mistaken, they don't even spend 10 hours in parliament, except maybe for discussing or debating on crucial issues. These people, they enjoy you. Yeah, man. No more muti from a break. But say 2 months.
Oh, really?
Oh yes. Then that is where you hear Parliament will be resuming on this said date. So I would say it shows leadership by example. You don't enjoy while the citizens are suffering. You don't enjoy while the economy is a mess. You need to show signs of a leadership. If you are enjoying, it means you're a boss, because that is what bosses do. Bosses impose. But President John Dramani Mahama has shown us that he's really a leader. And he's a true leader who has the people's interest at heart. It shouldn't be only fuel. I believe that there are lots of privileges these people are enjoying. Not only fuel, they are enjoying a lot of privileges, which I feel should be cut down. You can still receive your salary, you can still receive your allowances and other health. I think they also have health allowance. You can also receive that, but the petty ones should be scrapped to help the economy rebuild itself, to help the country, to help government save enough money. We can't be spending when these people are old enough, when these people are rich enough to buy their own fuel. These people are rich to buy their own fuel. So it's good that it has been scrapped. It's good, pan. They should buy their own thing, and that money will be channeled into something more useful. We are not saying it's not useful. It's useful, but so once you can do something, once you are capable of doing something, if you're a young person coming up and you know that you are capable of getting married, when you are done married, do you still go back to your parents for money to feed your wife? No, you do it yourself. So it means you are capable.
Right.
I've seen instances where other countries have, in fact, some of them are not even enjoying any privileges. The only thing they are enjoying is their salary, and that is what they've worked hard for. I've also seen instances where some people decline government vehicles. They said no. I think if I'm not mistaken, either India or one country bisa like that. This man was given a state vehicle. He said no. They should keep the car, or better still, they should use the car for something meaningful. He would be boarding public transport. And what's even wrong with a government official using the public transport? There's nothing wrong with it, but because of how we've held them in high esteem, they feel like they are big more than us. But the people are paying you. What are you doing for the people? The best thing you can do for the people is being profitable, being a leader, having the people's interests at heart. So it's good. It shouldn't only boil down to the fuel. They can also extend it to other allowances if possible.
Some critics were saying that this is actually PR gimmicks. Certain.
How is this a sentence? In the history of Ghana, presidents being in the history of Ghana, no president has done this. So how is this sentence? It's only become sentence if maybe 6 months, 1 year into his leadership. Now we die. That is where you can call it sentence. But since he has started it, you can't call it sentence. You only call it sentence if you see results. Either the result is good, either the result is bad.
It's bad.
So this is not sentence or whatever, or being, you can't say politically motivated and so can. No, it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that. You can't be enjoying up there while the people down here are suffering. No.
Well, I had some interaction with some people yesterday. I think in the evening we were chatting, and then they were like, this fuel levy, this fuel allowance has even been long overdue. They should have even scrapped it a long time ago. But you know, other administrations have come, and then they've not been bold enough to scrap it. Right now we have President John Dramani Mahama coming into power in just 7 months, and then he has actually come to scrap it. And then he's saying that he's going to cut down cost on government expenditure. Wasn't just talks, but we've seen him working. We've seen him appoint fewer ministers, and now he's cancelling the full allowance for these government appointees as well. So it's not just a slogan, but it's actually an action as well. And the fact that people are also complaining that they are bringing the levy, we'll be paying 1 cedi levy at the pump, and then these people wouldn't get to pay some. Right now, they will also pay some, because now they will buy their own fuel. Governments wouldn't have to buy the fuel for them. And I think that is a good call. As Ms. Regina said, as a leadership by example, means that we are all going to sacrifice together. Those at the top are going to sacrifice, and we, the citizens of Ghana, are also going to sacrifice. So it's not just Ghanaians alone. And I like for the fact that President John Dramani Mahama has tried to put himself in the shoes of Ghanaian, that Ghanaians are suffering, and these people that are receiving 6-figure salaries, then we are buying fuel for them at Ache. Come on. So he said, no, we have to take it off. They have a lot of allowances. I feel like they should even take it off. Wasn't a sitting allowance when they go to parliament, when they sit, they have to give them allowance after that. But these people are being paid salaries, so why do we have to pay them certain allowance as well? Like, sometimes I don't get it. If it is the health, fine. I don't know if you remember when the SIC woman's issue came
Yeah,
out,
yeah.
where we saw a whole lot of allowances that were paid to her, to the extent that the security cry, your man allowance,
Yeah.
eye allowance, and a whole lot.
And I'm not even sure the security is even receiving that
It's
allowance.
even receiving that allowance.
It's sad.
There are more allowances that need to be scrapped, not just the fuel allowance.
Why should you even be paid certain allowance? Where we voted for you to represent us. We voted for you to do what you are supposed to do.
And that is actually your responsibility.
Yeah, so why, hey, boy.
You are being paid for that. And now we have to pay you certain allowance.
Sitting.
Hey, taxpayers' money. Oh, anyway.
That one crash should even be scrapped also. Sitting, if you can't do the job, get out.
And that's it. So that was a good one from President John.
You know, sorry to interrupt. You
That's
know, most youth in Ghana here would even die for that position. You just even pay them, even if it's 5,000 a month, because these people are receiving more than 5,000 Ghana cedis.
They are.
So just pay a youth who is educated, who has that level of intelligence. Just pay that person 5,000. Certain allowance or the heading, because onim says ejuman ehu. But because these people know that, after all, the government is paying us, after all, we are receiving taxpayers' money, they wouldn't even accord us with that respect. So it's high time they scrap all those people. If you are still insisting on receiving certain allowance, you need to be sacked. There's still room for a lot of people. Local universities, a lot of people are doing political courses. And they are intelligent. They have better ideas than most of the people sitting in parliament. So they should give them the chance rather than still maintaining all this, should I say, old folks there.
So in a way, you think they should involve the youth in politics.
Exactly.
And I think that is what the NDC is doing. We've seen Sami Jane-Free, we've seen Malik Basintali, and the others as NDC communicators. And I must say that they are doing tremendously well. Yeah, and even some of the sitting allowance, as you mentioned, is even more than somebody's salary right here in Ghana.
Ibab. This country is a funny country, honestly. Very funny. Sitting allowance for you to do your job. Hey, okay.
So I asked, and then I got to know that the only time the government will pay for the allowance of the full allowance for these government appointees is when they have an occasion that has to do with maybe even say a government official. If you are small, say that is when the government will come in and then purchase your fuel for you. But you are doing your own errand.
They don't need to purchase for you.
You think so? I be the government has sent you on operations. So,
but it's part of your job. Once you are in parliament, it's part of your job.
And even that, I think, for me, I think it's fair because the minister wouldn't go alone. He will also go with other subordinates or maybe his security as well. And I feel that it's okay if the state is taking that aspect of paying for the allowance and the full allowance if they are sent on government operations. But when it comes to their daily normal lives, that one is fine. They have to pay themselves. So it's a good call. President John Dramani Mahama has taken up the full allowances for government appointees. The president is working. All right. Minority MPs demand reversal of Mahama's ban on state land transactions. The Minority Caucus in Parliament is demanding the immediate reversal of President John Dramani Mahama's directive to the Lands Commission to halt all processing of state lands. Barely a week after assuming the reins of power, the president ordered the immediate cessation of all activities related to the sale, lease, or processing of transactions involving state and public lands. Speaking on the floor of Parliament on Tuesday, July 15th, the Member of Parliament for Subin, Kofi Obiri Yeboah, acknowledged the President's intention to safeguard public lands, but stressed that the sweeping nature of the directive could harm legitimate landholders and stall economic activities. The minority said, Although the president's decision may aim at safeguarding public lands, these directives may also affect individuals and corporate entities who may have legitimately acquired interest in these lands. They further argue that if the government genuinely believes the private sector is the engine of growth, then such a ban undermines its own economic principles. The government, as a matter of urgency, should lift the ban, the statement urged. The MPs also expressed concern about potential revenue losses to the state, noting that the Lands Commission generates significant income through stamp duties, consent fees, and lease preparations, all of which contribute to the consolidated funds. A continued halt will adversely impact the consolidated fund, they warned. So the minority is demanding for the reversal of President Mahama's ban on state land transaction. So President John Dramani Mahama issued a directive to the Lands Commission to halt all sale, lease, or processing of state and public lands. The ban came within a week of his return in office, and the minority in parliament, led by Kofi Obiri Yeboah, is opposing the directive and calling for an immediate reversal. Now, this is why the ban was imposed. President Mahama is trying to prevent abuse and corruption in state land deals, protecting public lands from mismanagement or undervalued transaction, and reviewing past allocations to ensure transparency and fairness. That is why the ban was imposed. Right now, the minority in parliament, some are wild. They've come. They say, hey, Mr. President, lift up the ban immediately, because these lands are actually also generating revenue for the government. So why are you coming back to say that there should be a ban on the sale and lease of public lands? Miss Regina, the minority is talking.
First off, how can public lands generate revenue? Yes, I'm not disputing that fact. It can generate revenue when the government itself is using that land. But say assassinate daho, how is it generating revenue? You can't sell public land.
So they can list it.
Okay.
It's either they list it or they sell it.
You can't sell public land. That is what they need to understand. It is a public land. And now
So
it's not even for the government. It's for we the people. It's for everyone. I don't even know what to say. So first off, we've had instances where some of these politicians claim that this land was sold to them personally. When they were doing the minister's vetting, is it either Sam George or Okujeto Ablakwa accused Afenyo Makin of acquiring a state land dated back to the 2000s? Where did you get the land from? Who even sold that land to you? How did you even get the documents of that land? So you see, I'm not saying this is the main reason why these people want the ban to be taken off. But public lands or public state-owned properties should be protected. You can't tell me that because it's generating revenue, so you guys or MPs or politicians can do whatsoever they deem fit to do. No. As he said, yes, the lands are generating revenue. But even the revenue that is generating, what is it being used for? Is it used for its right intended purpose? Are they using it correctly? You can lease it out, maybe to investors, to companies, but these people go as far as selling it to them. But you can't sell public land to investors. You can't sell it. And teachers are more then it will get to a point where they need to construct a building for something useful. Now I are buying sarcophagic for a quota asase. Even as an ordinary citizen, who quota asase shenebo. Na aban aba. Say, oh, asimesi. Me who say wasasi da ho. Ton mami. Nipa no. Say 20,000 or ton God the best shoot almost 50,000 because when him say buying aba.
Yeah.
So I feel the main reason why President John Dramani Mahama placed the ban on our lands first off is to fight off corruption. Because honestly, the things assassinate the whole son or be trying in kitting be one assassinate nasa. And secondly, public land should not be sold. It can't be sold. That is what they need to understand. But they can find other means of making sure that this lands generate revenue. There are a lot of things we need to do with lands. First off, school buildings.
Yeah.
In as much as we have a lot of school buildings, we still need school buildings.
Yeah.
We need health facilities. In Ghana here, we can't even boast of, should I say, 10 of government, you can't say, playgrounds for people.
Recreational
parks. You might think that recreational parks are not that useful, but trust me, recreational parks serves a lot of purposes for a lot of people, both the community, both families, and even kids for that matter, and even for event centers.
Yeah.
So just imagine that the you can say aban was as a kesiye why bibia kama hoye fe. Even other countries can come into the country and utilize that thing. A lot of people leave Accra here, go to the eastern region. There's a recreational park there, and it's a very beautiful place. The last time I visited there, a lot of people were there. It's a very big park, so other people were doing their own activities. Some people were doing their wedding, other people were having a party on that park. And just imagine the kind of money that person is making.
So assuming it was for the government.
Exactly.
That's a big revenue.
It's a very big one. And you want to sell it. You want to you can lease it out. Leasing it out is not the same as selling it.
Yeah.
But they also need to make sure that when you lease the land out, after the said dates,
you need to leave. Well, in a way, in my opinion, I feel that the reason he puts up the ban on lease is that the government can be ready at any time to construct a building, or maybe an emergency can come up and be like, oh, we have to use this particular land, and then you've leased the land to this person for maybe 5 years, meaning you have to wait for the person to exhaust the place for 5 years before you come and do what you want to do.
So you see, it needs to be protected for our hospitals, our school buildings, and other important stuffs.
So they are thinking of the short term, which is the money they are going to be generating from people if they lease the land for what he mentioned something preparation. Those are short term, but we also need to look at the long term benefit is also going to give to the government as well. So assuming we should sell all the public lands, and then we are ready now to put up an initiative, we are now going to buy somebody's land, and the person nipa no who say and you are buying a babetono and you are in need of that land or the shoe trim, and you don't have any other choice.
Exactly.
You won't even negotiate well. Because they know it is the government and you're in urgent need of it. So you don't have a choice.
Even when you go to the market and you dress nicely, the way this market women will take your money.
That's why you are going to the market. Boduku. So these people don't cheat you. Yeah, so that is coming from the Minority Caucus. They are saying that President John Dramani Mahama should reverse the ban on land transactions right here in Ghana, state land transaction. What are your thoughts as well? All right, moving on to our next news item. Government withdraws military protection for unauthorized civilians. The Ministry of Defense, as part of ongoing effort to restore discipline and accountability within Ghana's security framework, has withdrawn military protection for all civilians not legally entitled to such services, including public officials, former ministers, and business persons. Defense Minister Dr. Edward Omane Boama announced in a post on his official Facebook page on Tuesday, July 15th, describing the move as part of the government's border reset agenda aimed at promoting transparency and responsible governance. As part of our reset agenda to restore discipline and accountability, we have withdrawn military protection for civilians, including public officials, former ministers, businessmen and women, and among others, who are not entitled to it, he stated. The minister emphasized that this decision is intended to end the abuse of military personnel for private gain, a practice he described as inconsistent with the professional obligations of the armed forces. The decision aims to stop the misuse of military personnel for personal gain, he wrote. Mr. Omane Boama also warned that any military personnel found engaging in unauthorized guard or escort duties would face severe consequences. Therefore, military personnel found providing unauthorized guard duties and any other unauthorized duties will face far-reaching consequences, he cautioned. Calling for collective responsibility, the defense minister urged citizens to support the initiative in order to ensure a more disciplined and just use of state security resources. Let's work together to promote a more disciplined and responsible use of our military resources. We have committed to transparency and accountability. Let's build a more responsible and just society together, he concluded. And that was coming from the defense minister. The Ministry of Defense has withdrawn military protection for all civilians not legally entitled to it. This includes public officials, former ministers, business people, businessmen and women, and other private individuals. And the directive is part of the government's reset agenda, which focuses on discipline, accountability, and transparency in state institutions. And that was coming from the defense minister. Sometimes you see people, businessmen and women, and they are working with military personnel. I ask myself, what is the responsibility of military personnel? Are they supposed to be escorts, or they are supposed to be prepared for when it comes to crucial issues that we feel the Ghana police cannot handle? Why not go with the policemen? Or maybe we even have agencies that train security people to be escorting people, rather than you going to employ the services of a military man to be following you. Some even hold their bags. Military men have been degraded to house boys and house girls, to the extent of holding businessmen and women's bag. Miss Regina, what are your thoughts coming from the defense minister?
So it's a very good one, and we would applaud the government on that, because I feel that the military personnel should be available as and when there's a national issue, national crisis, or whatsoever. First off, why this move is important? It frees up soldiers to focus on national security and peacekeeping. Secondly, it helps stop the abuse of military power for personal use. As you read, most of the times you will see a politician, a businessman, and top influential people, because they have the means, because they have the resources, they go as far as hiring a military man or a military personnel to be their bodyguard. Sometimes some more bar when uji means so asada number. It's, should I say, it doesn't make sense. Let me put it that way. It doesn't make sense to see a military personnel in that uniform doing that kind of, is it menial job? First off, it's a disrespect to the government, and secondly, it's a disrespect to the uniform you are wearing. Because you are being paid enough. So why would you stoop so low to that level? Yes, a normal security guard.
Yeah.
After all the training, after all what you go through,
You get
then
it. After all the training, and then you be holding bags and laptops of these businessmen and women.
the disgrace. So I feel that it's important, without official approval from the government or from the Ghana Armed Forces, you can't use any of these people. Even it should also be extended to the police officers. We shouldn't think that the police officers can go to that level also. It should be extended to all of them. Because I don't know how true the story is, and I believe you've seen it, where Salma Okotowache.
Yes, Okotowache on the
And
police escort.
yes, and you could see, why would she even take a video in the first place? You could see that the policeman was paving way for her. Yes, the way these policemen pave ways for presidential
dispatch
vehicles to
riders.
pass. Why would you even do that? Even semi crampo me kite scanner me to make a tomo. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be like that. They need to be respected. Let's put military aside and move to these police officers. These police officers, they've become very cheap. Very, very cheap. Very cheap. Oh, look at 1,000 crowd to me normal. 500 cedis crowd benyano. 1 cedi crowd dinyano na 500. They've become very cheap to this extent that you just buy them and they are following, excuse me to say, they are following you sheeplessly. I say, oh, Diane, Mammy Ayela. No, no, so
Easy on the words.
Emergency issues like the rerun, these people were deployed, they came. When there's demonstration, they are being called upon, they come. They render their services, they go back. That is how it should be. When the government or an official statement comes out, oh, Ghana Police Service, we need 500 personnel from your rank. We need these people to come and protect this. We are going to do this and this and this and this and that. Even with that Christmas fest that they've been doing.
Yeah.
You go to Ghana Police Service, you talk to them, they come out and protect you because that is what they are supposed to do.
Right. The police is your friend.
Yes. That should also boil down to the military. Like I say, military for the day you swarm, but police for the you swarm more pa. So this is the time where I think they need to implement that. And any official who would be caught doing this without an official acceptance or official statement needs to be punished. Because I believe and I know that some people are fake and go and take that personal dues for themselves. If you are being caught, you need to be dealt with. You shouldn't I can't say a fee enka uniform no a fee enka the government or the Ghana Armed Forces or Ghana Police Service. They might think, oh, they are just doing it for their doing sake, but other people are watching. People are watching worldwide, so they need to be careful. So aside that, it's a great move.
It's a great move. All right, Miss Debbie, briefly.
Well, I think personally to get a security guard, it's not that bad. But then I feel like we are misusing it. That's it. It's not bad if I have the money and I want to be protected. And I go to see, I don't think these people just stand up and then they go to police officials, I want you to guard me. No. They go to the top officials. And I got to know some time ago that there is an agreement you are supposed to sign before a police official is released to you. You do not just wake up and then go to the police station and be like, I want a bodyguard, and then you are giving. No. We assign them. You go and then you talk to the officials. Maybe I need a personal security guard. And you don't just go to say any reason and then they are giving you. They look at what you are bringing up. Is it reasonable? What is the main purpose why you need a security guard? Right. But then I feel like we are misusing it too much. That is the only problem. I feel like we are misusing it because you could see everybody at all. And then some of them, the reason why this call is coming in is because most of them are not even police official. They are not what's the name? Military official. They just have the uniform, just like we saw the tax at the election ground at Ablekuma, where people were beaten. We have a lot of these tax that have the military uniform on. They are not military personnel. They've not even gone to the school. They don't even have a certificate that satisfies them as a military personnel. And so that is why the call is coming. So from that perspective, it is right. Like, we have to bring an end to it, because most of this tag, sometimes you sit down and then you imagine, where do they get a uniform from? Because when you're wearing a normal dress that have the military this in it, it's normal. But in a way where you have their uniform, you wear their uniform. You can't be wearing a military uniform and be parading around whilst you've not been to the school. You'll be arrested.
Even sometimes, if you wear a dress of that print, they'll even worry you.
Yes.
They'll call you and be asking you questions.
That is true. That is true. Because I saw a video where a lady was
made
naked
to take off her
because
trousers.
she was wearing
so for
a
me,
military.
when I'm buying stuff, so I'm very careful.
Yeah, but not all. I think those times it was very tense. But now
I think it's still.
it's still
Yeah,
it's still in existence.
It's still there.
Okay, so the call coming in right now is right, so that these people can be, apprehended, and then make sure they pass through the right procedures. Because most of these ministers, I would say, they take advantage of that, and then they end up causing harm to the city. I can even mention some of their name, but no evidence into me more. They end up causing harm to the citizens, their own people, who gave them the power. Because they feel like, yes, I have bodyguards around me, so you can go around, beat the people. And it's because I'm paying you. Whatever I tell you is what you do. Whether I ask you to go and commit, go and kill someone outside there and whatever, you will do it because I'm paying you. And that's what I'm saying, that 50% of these people are not satisfied military personnel. They are not satisfied police personnel. They are just tax. And then they have the uniform because they have the body. Are you sure you're from the military? Even the minister will speak on their behalf. Yes, and that is what is wrong, because they speak on their behalf even if they are doing the wrong thing. So I believe it's a good call.
Yeah, that's a good call. Because sometimes when I see them, I even sit and then wonder, what will even make you go and employ the services of a military? I don't call what will make you go? There are security agencies who are actually training people who want to be escorts and then be guiding people and be protecting people. Why would you go to the extent of even going to employ the services of him? It's
because we've given them so much opportunity.
And let's not blame just the businessmen and these people alone. I feel like we should blame the authorities. They are the military places as well.
They are,
because they allow it to happen. That is why it's rampant.
Yeah, I'm not cutting you short, but you see, the later Bonnie, he used to have a military guard.
Really?
Yes, he has a military guard that follows her. Then the accident that happened, the guy died. You know, they gave Ebony a state burial, and a military man who is, let me say, a military, satisfied military, a security for that matter, was given a normal, befitting burial.
Wow.
You get it. So it's from the top officials. You go to see them, and then they assign some of these military personnel for you. It's because they don't have anything. Let me say, they don't have anything to solve in the country.
And now what be and buy?
But every day we have military personnel.
We have military personnel. All right. So that was coming from the defense minister. The government withdraws military protection for unauthorized civilians. All right, thank you so much for joining us on the News Headline Review. Up next, we have Debbie's Grill.
Good morning and welcome to Debbie's Grill, where we talk about issues that concern the state, void of politics, fear, or favor. The implementation of the revised Energy Sector Levy Amendment Act 2025, Act 1141, officially takes effect today, Wednesday, July 16, 2025. The new levy structure announced by the government and enforced by the Ghana Revenue Authority follows a previous postponement intended to assess global market conditions and project recent gains in domestic fuel prices. The decision to proceed was reached in consultation with the Ministries of Finance and Energy after a thorough review of current economic indicators. Authority says the timing aligned with broader efforts to stabilize the economy whilst addressing gaps in the energy sector. So the amendment law introduces increased rates under the energy sector shortfall and debt repayment levy for several petroleum products. These changes designed to boost revenue repaying of legacy debt and supporting energy infrastructure. So basically, we all know that we are owing, according to our authorities, we are owing a very huge debt in billions at the energy sector. And the only way we can pay this debt is for us to pay a levy. And that is the D levy, Dumso levy, energy levy. Can also call it energy levy or the Dumso levy. So you're supposed to pay 1 cedi on petroleum price. So if you're supposed to go and buy petroleum, whether 10 times a day, 100 times a day, you'll be paying 1 cedi on it so we can clear our debt. And this issue has sparked a lot of debate. Recently, I saw a group of people calling on the government that is not going to help. If they are going to implement this, then it means they are going to also increase fare by 30%. And this is actually taking effect today. The D levy is taking effect today. So if you are going to buy fuel today, be rest assured that you are going to pay 1% on it. Now let's come to this side. As for the transport fares, we've already been paying it. Even when there was a decrement in the transport fares, some of these drivers do not even comply by it. They don't. At first, I used to pay 5 cedis. From my place to this place, I used to pay 5 cedis. So it was supposed to be, I think it was supposed to be 3 cedi, 50% or 4 cedi or so. Most of them do not take it. Some of them will even take you 6 cedis. And then when you try to tell them that no, this is what is on board, then these drivers will try to have a banter with you. And then sometimes you just allow the chain to go like that without arguing. But some of these drivers will also bring you a list. Yes, they've been decrements. This is what we've been given, and so this is what we are going to take. It's understandable. But this transport operation or the group coming out to say that if this D levy that is going to be implemented today takes effect, which is already taking effect, they're going to increase our fares by 30%. Are we helping ourselves, or we are doing more harm to ourselves? Because there should be a win-win. First, fuel prices were reduced. And I think everything that has to do with increase in pricing and stuff is all comes back to fuel. Because the trader at the market will tell you that the goods I sell, I transport it all the way from the northern region. And the driver will also tell you that I buy fuel at this cost. And so that is why I'm supposed to charge you this fare. And the trader will be like, well, since they are charging me this, then I'm also supposed to take this money so that I then run at loss. So if the fuel price is reduced, why not you also reducing the prices of goods so that we, the citizens, can as well feel the benefits of this? Because as it stands now, we know that the cedi to a dollar is stabilizing. We know fuel prices have been reduced. But trust me, you go to the market and then things are still the same. And some of these traders will tell you that, oh, what we are selling has to do with things or goods that has already been imported or bought when the dollar was high compared to the cedi. And so now we cannot sell it at, first I used to sell it at 10 cedi, but I cannot sell it at 4 cedi. I have to finish with what I'm selling first so I don't run at loss. And now that they are also saying that this group of drivers and concerned people are saying that they will be raising the price to 30%. 30%. It means you are going to pay much more than what we used to pay. And that is why I asked the question, at first, whether we are doing harm to ourselves or we are helping ourselves. Because I feel like the government is doing his part, but we are our own problem. Sometimes you go to where these people, the retailers, you get to them and then you realize that no, the prices here is less expensive. But then you get down there and then you realize that no, it's a different thing altogether. So are we the problem of ourselves? Are we trying to help ourselves, or we are trying to worsen the case? Now, whether we like it or not, the D-levy is coming in play. I've seen a lot of top officials speaking about these issues. I've seen them saying that no, they are not supposed to do that. It's going to do this. It's going to do that. It's not going to help us as transport operators. It's not going to help you. Is it going to help we the citizens as passengers? It's also not going to help us, because since you've already made up your mind, I know definitely there's going to be increment. And I'm sure that some of these drivers will even increase more than the 30%. Even when there was a decrease, they didn't decrease the fares of transport fare. They didn't decrease the fares of transport. And so I know that they are going to increase it way more than that, which is bad. Yes, we know it's going to cause a lot of hitches here and then, but let's also come to think of it. We have a debt we are supposed to pay, and this debt was inherited by a previous administration. So are we going to fold our hands and say because the debt was inherited or from the previous administration, so we are not going to care about it? Then we are also going to experience what we've all wanted to avoid. And looking at the energy sector, we use it almost every day. Without light, it's like your whole day is distorted, because you use your phone and your phone needs to be charged. And I'm sure most of us use the phones at the workplace. And some institutions use light basically for everything. So imagine the light going off, on and off. It does not only distort the work. I think we should take a critical look at this again. With the implementation, it has already been implemented. Very soon we are going to experience it. We are going to experience it. So don't be shocked when you get into a vehicle and you're supposed to pay more than that. But please, let's also ask ourselves. We are supposed to help each other. The government is doing his best. We are supposed to also do our best. And it looks as if these people are taking advantage over the passengers of some of us. I've never seen passengers coming together to say that they are going on a demonstration because the drivers are doing more harm to us than good. But you always see these drivers on the street protesting. They are supposed to buy spare parts, they are supposed to buy this, they are supposed to buy that. But have they for once sat down to ask themselves, the people we transport in and out every day, what are we going to do to also help them? Because it's like, as I said, it's a win-win, 50-50. You help us, we also help you. Without us, you don't exist. Without you, we also don't exist. Because I need that vehicle to get to work. And you also need that money. So it's an exchange of services. But in a case where one party wants to make it look as if you will benefit more than the other party, then it's a no, 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 no. But with this levy, it would be better if we all comply. We know it's going to be hard, but then we have to comply and pay for the betterment of all of us. But to our drivers, this is not an avenue to loot more from the passenger. We the passengers. It's not a conducive place for you to loot from us, because we know what you can do. Thank you for making time with me on The Biz Girl.
Thank you so much, Miss Debbie. Up next, we have Today in History with Miss Regina Bliss.
Today in history. First atomic bomb exploded near Alamogordo, New Mexico.
This is GhanaTalks Breakfast
First
Show,
atomic
your morning
bomb was
companion.
detonated near Alamogordo, near Mexico, New Mexico, on July 16, 1945, during the Trinity tests. This test, conducted on the Alamogordo bombing range, was the first full-scale test of an implosion-type atomic fission bomb. The device, nicknamed Gadget, was detonated on a 100-foot tower, releasing energy equivalent to approximately 21,000 tons of TNT. The explosion resulted in a massive fireball and a cloud of radioactive material that traveled great distances. Saddam Hussein became president of Iraq, and his brutal rule, which lasted 24 years, was marked by costly and unsuccessful wars with neighboring countries, as well as atrocities against the Iraqi people. On this day, 1779, General Anthony Wynne led a daring night attack on the British fort at Stony Point, New York, succeeding in capturing the strategic location. This bold action, executed with bayonets and under the cover of darkness, earned Wynne the nickname Mad Anthony and boosted American morale. 1918. The Romanov family was executed on the 9th of this day in Yekaterinburg, Russia. This event marked the end of the 300-year reign of the Romanov dynasty. Looking at some few observances of the day. World Snake Day is a global awareness day dedicated to appreciating the diversity, beauty, and ecological importance of snakes, whether admired or feared. These remarkable reptiles deserve our respect and protection. World PR Day is celebrated annually. It is a global event established in 2020, brings together public relations professionals, agencies, and thought leaders to celebrate the importance of PR and its impact on society, business, and governance. The day also serves as a platform to discuss the future of communications and address emerging challenges in the field. Lastly, International Drag Day is celebrated annually. It is a day to celebrate and honor the art of drag and the vibrant culture surrounding it. The day was created to acknowledge the contribution of drag artists and performances and to recognize drag as a form of artistic expression and LGBTQ plus activism. And that's all for today. And today in history and observances of the day, live on GhanaTalks Breakfast Show.
Thank you so much, Miss Regina, for Today in History and some observances of the day. Today is World PR Day. Yeah. This is where you get to learn about PR and then know the relevance of PR practitioners in our organization. People actually don't get to see the relevance of PR professionals. But wait until a crisis hits you, then you know the relevance of a PR professional. All right, that was just, by the way, some observances for today. So if you know any PR professional, please call them or send them a text wishing them happy PR Day. All right, this is where we draw the curtains for the first segment of the GhanaTalks Breakfast Show. We'll be coming up with a news shortly.
Hello Ghana, hello worldwide. Na musi level bang. Now listen, every Tuesday and Friday, beyond the time it's going to carry Braille, our Ghana Talks Radio, 7 p.m. sharp. Now Tuesday, and we're going to talk about our culture, our history. Matuni ding setete abakwa sem. Now on the Friday, you bars on bars. You better rap, you better say ade. No artists go join me in the studio. We're going to discuss about music and business. Konya, or you singer, and now you rapper, you think say you get bars. You go be spit fire. Now listen, make you join me with studios. Our Ghana Talks Radio, and yes, say then our day. Me say download the Ghana Talks Radio app on our Play Store and the App Store. Na tune in and say this what you see baba live on Facebook, GhanaTalks, any Ghana Talks Radio page in this. So now listen, ebe your fire. 1 year, Konya, Wading, Jajan.
Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with Ghana Talks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With Ghana Talks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. Ghana Talks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. Ghana Talks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast, French fries.
Koko Nikosi, alo komi kesheto.
Wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare.
Regina Bless.
Deborah Adoso.
And I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
We bring you local news, business news, international, sports, and entertainment news. Right here on GTR.
Good morning and welcome to the morning news broadcast on Ghana Talks Radio. In today's news highlight, minority questions, President Mohammed's fuel allowance cancellation, scrapping of fuel allowance could affect productivity of government appointees, Traders Union Congress asserted, Deputy Minister of Land justifies government commitment to safeguarding state lands, Interior Minister to review electoral process ahead of Equatorial by-election. These and many more coming up shortly in business, sports and showbiz. Do stay with us for the detail. The label is as a public relation gimmicks. The minority in parliament views the decision as a superficial attempt to gain public approval. Member of Parliament for Equiapim North, Samir Wuku, has channeled President Mahama to shut down fuel vending point at the Jubilee House and Osu Castle to prove his directive. He believes President Mohammed's directive is not key to addressing the issue of fuel allowances and allocations. The minority view the directive as an attempt to garner public support rather than a genuine effort to reform.
If the president wants to really show that he's committed on this fuel allowance and the cutting down of fuel and scrapping of it, I'm challenging them to close down the fuel depot at the castle, and that's at Jubilee. Because with that, then that means they are no longer going to take the fuel for free. Number two, who is a political appointee? Because the publication said political appointees. Does it include ministers? Does it include CEOs? Does it include presidential staffers? So who are the political appointees? Are you just talking ministers or deputies, or ministers, deputies, CEOs? Again, I need clarification on what is the definition of the fuel allowance. Does it mean fuel for any political appointee? Or are they trying to say that the money that that will be used to pay by these appointees, it will be refunded or they will be made to pay back? There's clarity on that we need. Then again, how much is being spent on these fuel allowances, so that after scrapping, how much savings are we making? So these are very serious questions that we need to ask. Let me ask a very interesting question. If the Minister for Communication drives from here to Adan or to Ningo Pram Pram to do government business, at the end of the day, is he returning the fuel in the fuel that the state bought for that vehicle to get him to Adan or Ningo Pram Pram and back? Or there will be some way somehow there wouldn't be any fuel at all. So clearly, if you ask me, I think there are more questions to be asked with this particular directive. I just see it as populist. It's just public gimmick and a clear case of PR and settings. That's what I would say.
In related news, the Secretary General of the Trade Union Congress, Joshua Ansah, has cautioned that President John Mahama's decision to scrap fuel allowance for his appointees could have adverse consequences. Speaking in an interview, he stated that the decision could affect productivity of the appointees. Even though it is good to cut down on the fuel allowance, I am imagining what will happen to the government appointees. He said making it a law will ensure future governments comply and the public resources are used wisely. The fuel cancellation is a move in the right direction because these are people who are high and salary earners. There are several allowances in the public spaces that need to look at. One of them is the fuel allowance, because the organization you are working for should fuel the vehicles of the appointees. According to him, some of these allowances are joined by only a small percentage of the public service. They are the people who struggle every morning to pick trotro from Adenta to the ministries. They are the people to have to bear the bent of any transportation increase, depreciation value of our city. So I support the call of the cancellation of the allowances. The fuel allowance cut also comes as a base pay negotiations approach. Labour leaders are urging the president to ensure the decision does not impact those talks. The General Secretary of the Ghana National Association of Teachers, Thomas Tanko Musa, appealed to the president to explain under which conditions of service the government appointees were recruited, with many welcoming the move as a step towards fiscal responsibility. The focus now shifts to how it's implemented and whether Parliament will give it a legal backing. Moving on, Deputy Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Yusuf Suleiman, has defended President Mahama's directives to ban the sale of public lands. According to him, it is a lawful measure that's aimed at preventing the looting of state assets. He affirmed the government's commitment to responsible land management and transparency. The initiative is to help prevent land grabbing and ensure that state lands are utilized for the benefit of all citizens.
His Excellency the President acted lawfully. I thought I would have been praising him, because in your own statement, you said that the President did what he did in order to safeguard government lands. That's an admission that indeed what he has done is the right thing. It tells you that indeed there's a problem. It tells you that there's a need for the President to investigate, the sale of government lands over this period. I heard somebody asking why 2017 to date. Under the previous administration, there was a committee that investigated the sale of land between a certain period ending in 2016. And so there won't be the need for you to go back and do investigation when those investigations have already been done. We are also told that government is going to lose revenue because as people who are now willing to pay their revenue taxes are not paying. It doesn't mean that when the ban is lifted, they won't pay those monies. So no money is going to be lost.
President Mahama
is law-abiding president of the republic. Yes, it's true. Yes, it's true that he issued a directive on 10th of January 2025 to sanitize land acquisition in Ghana. And Mr. Speaker, those who lawfully and genuinely acquire their lands should not worry about the consequence of these directives. What the president sought to do was to have first-hand information on who got what, when, how, and for how much. And then, Mr. Speaker, to specifically deal with those who, in the name of influence and authority, are grabbing public lands against the public interest.
Moving on, the Interior Minister has announced plans to review the Electoral Commission's operations ahead of the Ekwatia by-election, using the Ablekuma North electoral chaos as a case study. The decision aims to identify areas for improvement and ensure a smoother electoral process. According to him, the electoral chaos in Ablekuma North will serve as a reference point for identifying potential challenges and areas for improvement.
This gives our security agencies the opportunity to even plan better towards Akwatia. All I can assure the people of Akwatia is that we will use Ablekuma North as a case study to review our operational, how we operate in Akwatia, to make sure that the citizens are free to cast their vote and express their will without fear of it.
And that was from the Interior Minister Mohammed Muntaka Mumbarak. The Accra Metropolitan Assembly is intensifying effort to relocate hackers from unauthorized areas in the Central Business District as part of a broader decongestion exercise. AMA Chief Executive Michael Kpakpo Alote has announced plans to provide designated trading spaces for these hackers within the next 2 months. The exercise focuses on Rawlings Park and the Kantamanto Enclave, areas known for street trading and congestion, to restore order, improve sanitation, and enhance pedestrian and vehicular safety. The Accra Metropolitan Assembly also plans to introduce a 24-hour city operation model, which may create new opportunities for traders to sell their goods overnight.
Saying is that you can see what is happening there. We're trying to build a small shops for the women to sell. We have an individual who is also a Ghanaian who says, okay, the way we are clearing them from the streets, he would love to volunteer and build a small shop that is affordable for the women to sell. But as it looks, the women say they don't want that. So there's a right in for the law enforcement as the mayor to make sure what the people want we do for them. No, we cannot rebuild anything there. From what we are seeing there, it's not a place we can build something there. It's not a place even to sell. But as of now, they don't have a shop to sell. So we are considering them for them to sell on the pavements. But not to tell them to come on the road. We are going to have a line for them, which you know about a favorite red line. So we'll do the red line for them to sell.
The Economic and Organized Crime Office, IOCO, in Ghana has recently acquired one of the few licenses in West Africa for forensic crypto investigations, according to Executive Director Raymond Acha. This development is to enable IOCO effectively tackle cryptocurrency-related crimes in theft, fraud and money laundering. The ability to investigate and prosecute crypto-related offenses is to serve as a deterrent of potential offenders. IOCO's new licenses demonstrate the organization's commitment to staying ahead of emerging crimes and protecting the country's economic interest.
For us, as we have stated, this is to detect, this is to investigate, this is to prosecute. And not just prosecute, also to deny the perpetrators the proceeds of their crime. And crimes are sophisticated these days. People are making money and buying crypto. We're happy to also announce that IOCO has now one of the few licenses in West Africa for forensic crypto investigations. We have actually successfully I think for the first time in Africa now, investigated, confiscated, and about to return the proceeds of crypto fraud back to the country. And
in business, the Chamber of Petroleum Consumers Ghana, COPEC, has described the government decision to scrap fuel allowances for political appointees as commendable and forward-thinking. President John Dramani Mahama on Tuesday, July 15th, announced the immediate cancellation of all fuel-related benefits and allocation to political appointees. The directive, which is part of effort to cut government spending and promote fiscal discipline, was communicated in a statement issued by the Minister for Government Communications and Presidential Spokesperson, Felix Kwachiofosu. According to the statement, the move forms part of a broader cost-cutting strategy under the Mahama administration's reset agenda, aimed at redirecting public funds to critical development priorities. Reacting to the announcement, Executive Secretary of COPEC, Duncan Amwan, welcomed the decision and called for transparency in how the resulting savings will be utilized. We also demand that the monies that will have been used in providing fuel for the appointees that have been scrapped forthwith be put into an account and the proceeds of same be used for specific public projects that will benefit both current and future generations to serve as a testament of the current government's prudent management and utilization of public resources, COPEC stated. They also urged the government to audit the petroleum price build-up, as some taxes on the current price build-up have outlived their purposes and should be removed to give respite in the face of imminent introduction of the new One Ghana Cedi per litre levy, which is set to come into effect today, July 16, 2025. Still on business, the governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Asiama, has expressed concern over the growing dollarization of Ghana's economy, warning that the practice continues to erode public confidence in the local currency despite recent gains by the cedi. Speaking at the Graphic Business Stanbic Bank breakfast meeting in Accra, Dr. Asiama said the increasing trend of businesses pricing goods and services in US dollars poses a serious stress to efforts aimed at stabilizing the currency and ensuring broader macroeconomic stability. Too many businesses continue to price in dollars in real estate, education and luxury retail despite transacting entirely within Ghana. This practice not only violates legal tender laws but also undermines confidence in the cedi, he stated. Dr. Asiama also raised concerns about the disconnect between foreign exchange inflows and domestic economic reinvestment, noting that much of the country's export earnings are not being retained or channeled into productive use. Ghana's formal savings rate remains low, and our export value retention among small-medium enterprises and in the informal sector is far below potential, he added. The Central Bank of Ghana governor called for a renewed effort to shift market sentiment and rebuild trust in the cedi, stressing that confidence in the local currency is vital to sustaining the current macroeconomic gains. To sports, Ghana midfielder Mohamed Kudus has met Tottenham Hotspur's head coach Thomas Frank after his big move to the London club. Kudus joined Tottenham Hotspur from West Ham United for a reported £55 million 6-year deal after the Ghanaian successful 2 years run with the Hammers. 24-year-old Kudus in the process became the second Ghanaian player to play for Spurs, with former Black Stars midfielder Kelvin Prince Boateng being the first. In a widely circulated video on Tottenham's social media platforms documenting behind the scene of Kudus' move to sport, the former Ajax Amsterdam player was captured speaking with coach Thomas Frank. Frank was captured asking the recently signed Ghanaian international ready to go that got Kudus to respond yes in a hearty chat between the sports personalities. Despite enduring a flat 2023-2024 season with West Ham, Kudus still topped the English Premier League for the second season in a row and most completed dribbles. Kudus is expected to feature in Tottenham Hotspur's UEFA Super Cup against Paris Saint-Germain on August 13th. Still on sports news, Ghana's Black Queens are riding on a high wave after progressing to the quarter-finals of the CAF Women's AFCON for the first time since 2016. The Black Queens beat Tanzania 4-1 to finish second in Group C behind defending champions South Africa in the ongoing CAF Women's AFCON in Morocco. Despite losing 2-0 to South Africa in the opening, the Black Queens improved their performance to make it to the knockout stage. Ghana will play against Algeria in the quarter-finals of the championship on Saturday, July 19th, with the winner scheduled to play against winner of the game between Morocco and Mali. Host nation Morocco are aiming to return to the finals after finishing second in the last edition, while Mali will be familiar for the Queens after the team settled 1-1 draw in the group stage. Tournament favourites Zambia and Nigeria face off in the quarter-finals on Friday, July 18th. The semi-finals will be played on Tuesday, July 2022. In showbiz, Ghanaian multidisciplinary creative Kofi Boakye, popularly known as Beat Menace, has received official recognition from the Grammy Awards for his role as a contributor and guest artist on album The Ferry. The album was nominated in the Best Contemporary Blues Album category at the 67th Annual Grammy Awards held on 2nd February 2025 at the Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles. Reacting to the news, Boakye Ansah, popularly known as Beat Menace, expressed his gratitude on social media. He added that the nomination reflected the collective passion, soul and commitment of his and every musician, producer and engineer involved in the making of The Ferry. He extended his congratulations to all contributors, stating it was a privilege to work with such remarkable talent, and also appreciated for his trust and vision, including him on the project. In the same post, he commended all Grammy nominees and winners for advancing culture and welcomed the Recording Academy 2025 new member class, urging them to bring their voices and stories to the fore, and a heartfelt welcome and congratulations to the new members of the Recording Academy 2025 new member class. We need your voices, your stories, your brilliance now more than ever, he added. He was part of the Recording Academy 2024 voting member class, a distinction he described as a privilege, allowing him to join a global community of creative professionals advocating for music. In Ghana, he has served as a board member of the Telecel Ghana Music Awards. Aside from his music credits, he is a creative services executive and a passionate advocate for sustainable framework in Ghana's and Africa's broader art industry. With close to 2 decades of experience across music, fine art, design, and law, Kofi's work focuses on economic empowerment, policy advocacy, and ecosystem development within Africa's creative and entertainment sector. He has also contributed to independent films, television series, and collaborated with artists across a range of genres, offering skills in music production, songwriting, audio engineering, and beyond. This is how we end it for now on the morning news broadcast. My name is Deborah Ado, so I will be back with subsequent news bulletin later in the afternoon. Do have a good morning.
Hello Ghana, hello worldwide, na musi level bang. Code Now listen, every Tuesday and Friday, beyond the time it's going to carry Brell, our Ghana Talks Radio, 7 p.m. sharp. Now Tuesday, and we're gonna talk about our culture, our history. My 20 things set it about Sam. No, on the Friday, and you bars on bars on bars. You better rap, you better say no artists go join me in the studio. We're gonna discuss about music and business. Konya, or you singer, and now you rapper, you think say you get bars. You go fi spit fire now. Listen, make you join me with studios. Our Ghana Talks Radio, and yes, say in our day. Me say download the Ghana Talks Radio app, no, our Play Store, any App Store. No tune in, and say this what you see, Baba Life on Facebook, Kointakra, any Ghana Talks Radio page, and so now listen. I bet you fire. 1 year, Konya, Wading, Jajan.
Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with Ghana Talks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With Ghana Talks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. Ghana Talks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. Ghana Talks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast, French fries.
Koko Nikosi, alo komi kesheto.
Wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare.
Regina Bless.
Deborah Adoso.
And I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
Hello Ghana, hello worldwide, I'm level bang. Now listen, every Tuesday and Friday, beyond the time it's going to carry Brell, our Ghana Talks Radio, 7 p.m. sharp. Now Tuesday, and we're gonna talk about our culture, our history. My 20 things set it about Sam. Now on the Friday, and you bars on bars on bars. You better rap, you better say no artists go join me in the studio. We're gonna discuss about music and business. Konya, or you singer, and now you rapper, you think say you get bars. You go fi spit fire now. Listen, make you join me with studios. Our Ghana Talks Radio, and yes, say in our day. Me say download the Ghana Talks Radio app, no, our Play Store, any App Store. No tune in, and say this what you see, Baba Life on Facebook, Kointakra, any Ghana Talks Radio page, and so now listen. I bet you fire. 1 year, Konya, Wading, Jajan.
Good morning once again. You are welcome to the Ghana Talks Breakfast Show right here on Ghana Talks Radio. Yes, you're seeing my face again. Yeah, so I'm just going to be here for just a few minutes and then we'll be gone again. I'm here with Miss Debbie and we'll just be doing Just by the Ways and seeing some of the latest headlines that have popped up this morning. Miss Debbie, we are back at it again.
Yes, I'm back.
You're back.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you too. All right. So I saw something, I think on the news portal of CTTV. They say rename Kotoka International Airport after Kwame Nkrumah. Vitos Azim. Is he Azim? Sorry if I don't get the name right. Tells government. They are saying they should rename the Kotoka International Airport after Kwame Nkrumah. What do you make of it? Do you agree with him?
With the Kotoka International Airport, I think there is a whole history about how the Kotoka International Airport was named. And I think the person called Kotoka was there during the time of Rawlins. And I feel like Anamibwa, the history students, so correct me, there is a whole history. I wish I could have time so I go through, but then I know there was a history about it, and in a way it looks like Kotoka betrayed Nkrumah or Rawlins, one of these two. But I felt like after the airport was named after Kotoka, there were a lot of speculation that man did more harm to the country. It's like he betrayed one, either Nkrumah or
So they said in 1969 the Accra International Airport was renamed Kotoka International Airport in honor of Lieutenant General Emmanuel Kwesi Kotoka. From 1926 to 1967, a member of the National Liberation Council. Kotoka was killed in an abortive coup attempt at a location that is now the forecourt of the airport. So he was actually killed there. He was once a lieutenant.
So I saw something here. A Ghanaian military leader, that was him, and that was in 1969, who played a key role in the 1966 coup. So he was part of the coup that overthrew the government of Kwame Nkrumah. Yes, he was. That was what I was looking for. He was part of the crew that overthrew Kwame Nkrumah. You see, so after that he was named. He did something. He was named. I heard a lot of people saying that man did not do anything, good to the country to be named after a whole airport. So the name should be changed. Now looking back at history and seeing what have went on back and forth and looking at what they are saying, in a way, there is nothing wrong if we should name Kotoka International Airport as Kwame Nkrumah International Airport. But the problem now is we are used to the Kotoka, and it looks like the Kotoka Nafa.
And it's even like international.
Everybody
knows it as Kotoka International Airport. And then you coming up to rebrand it
like
again.
Like Kwame Nkrumah International
Even
Airport.
Even if you rebrand it again, people will even know it as Kotoka. Because it would take a longer period for people to actually get the Kwame Nkrumah Airport.
Exactly.
But we have Kwame Nkrumah Circle.
Yeah. So I feel like in as much as people are saying the man did not really contribute, he did something that did not really help the country or did not help some people in a way.
So in a way, you think he doesn't even deserve to be named after an airport?
But what they are saying, and what I've also, there's more thing I can remember as I sit here right now. I would say in a way he doesn't really deserve it, but we've already named the place Kotoka, so it should be like that. As he said, Kwame Nkrumah International Airport.
So let me read a news article we have here.
Okay.
Anti-corruption advocate Azim has called on the government to rename the Kotoka International Airport after Ghana's first president, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, arguing that national momentum should honor leaders who laid the foundation of Ghana's independence and development. Speaking to City News on Tuesday, July 16th, Mr. Azim stated that continuing to name a major national asset after Lieutenant General Emmanuel Kotoka, a key figure in the 1966 coup that overthrew Nkrumah's government, is historically and morally misplaced.
That was what I was saying.
Right.
So you see what he did. The legacy he left behind wasn't that solid. You were part of the coup that overthrew Nkrumah. So whoever paid him to do that is doing that in recognition of what he has done. You get it now? I paid you to overthrow someone in office, and then after you've done that, I'm supposed to do what? Honor you for what you've done.
Exactly.
And so I have to use your name to do something. And so the name Kotoka International Airport after him, which back into history, you can realize that this man, for me, he did not do anything that needs to be his name to be renamed after. And as we are saying, international, Kotoka International, and Kotoka International is one of the biggest airports we have, and although we have other airports, but Kotoka, like for long, even in the dictionary, you can even find Kotoka. So it tells you how big Kotoka International Airport is, and it's already out there. People recognize it to be Kotoka International Airport.
Yeah.
We can as well change it, but I feel like where it has gotten to, we should just leave it. We should just leave it there.
But what would be a concrete reason to change the name Kotoka? Was it simply because this lieutenant actually overthrew Kwame Nkrumah's governments? That is why we feel it's not morally right to even name the airport after him.
That is the major reason. Because
but do you think that reason is concrete?
It's concrete. Why is it not concrete? It's concrete. I grew up to know the first president of Ghana was Kwame Nkrumah. I never knew him, and it was written in history. And according to history, Kwame Nkrumah fought for Ghana. Kwame Nkrumah helped Ghana to gain independence. Kwame Nkrumah went through a lot. I wasn't there, but what was written about him, I now have a fair knowledge about who Kwame Nkrumah is. Now, Kotoka, sometimes you go for excursion, you go to some of these airports, and they have to tell you history. So the history about Kotoka is what? He overthrew Nkrumah. What sense does it make?
You're going to say that, and then questions will keep coming. If he did something morally wrong, then why then do we have to name him such like a place, such a historic place after him?
Which means whoever paid him to do that was actually doing it to thank you, appreciate you in return. That is how I see it to be. So imagine me going for a tour at Kotoka, and then definitely they will have someone who will guide me how Kotoka International Airport come about, who was named after it, what the person did, and then only for me to get to know that he was part of the crew who overthrew Nkrumah. For what reason?
Yeah,
that's a question mark.
So he also said that we need to name important state institutions and assets after people who have contributed significantly to Ghana's development.
Very true.
That is why I suggest renaming the airport after Kwame Nkrumah. So Azim also noted that his proposal aligns with growing calls for such a change, including remarks made by Cardinal Peter Turkson, who recently questioned Ghana's tradition of honoring individuals associated with the dismantling of democratic governance. He believes the renaming would be a straightforward legislative process, particularly under a parliamentary majority, and serve as a long overdue tribute to Kwame Nkrumah's legacy.
Yes. You don't just wake up today and feel like, oh, because someone has done something, you're going to name the person. No, there should be a correct, because we are passing on to generational. As I said, we were born, we never knew who Kwame Nkrumah was. But history tells us that this is Kwame Nkrumah. And it won't end there. Your children will get to know about Kwame Nkrumah, the legacy of Kwame Nkrumah. Your children's children. So it's like passing something from a generation to a generation. And this is a legacy. What I'm seeing here does not speak well about Kotoka. Maybe he might have a positive aspect of him, but what is written here, bold in front of me, it's not something that is right. What is his main reason for partaking in that devious act to overthrow Kwame Nkrumah? What history have told us that Kwame Nkrumah fought very hard for the country. Senya Brony Beya, why will you do this? You get it? So changing the name Kotoka is not bad. It's not bad at all. And this is not the first call. There have been several calls for Kotoka International Airport to be changed for so long.
So for you are for it?
This is not the first call. There have been a lot of calls for Kotoka International Airport to be changed from the name Kotoka because of the history behind the person. So for me and for it, they should change it. But if only it's not going to bring problem, because Kotoka is known worldwide. Everyone knows Kotoka. And then all of a sudden, no, we can still change it. There is no way. I mean, we used to have the big 6. We used to celebrate Kwame Nkrumah birthday. How do we call it? Kwame Nkrumah birthday, right?
Republic Day. That's in September.
Yes. And then when Akufo-Addo came, he did it too.
He did it to his father's
birthday. And so we were celebrating. So there is actually nothing wrong with that. As time goes on, we will get to we'll get use of it. Yes, we'll get.
So you think as a country we are ready to rebrand the Kotoka International?
Oh, we should rebrand it. Rebrand it.
To now Kwame Nkrumah Airport.
Kwame Nkrumah International Airport. Or we can use acronyms. We pick part of Nkrumah name. We pick Osajefone Kakane. They come there. We will get some suitable.
But for that man who overthrew a democratic government,
he didn't say though. Kotoka. They didn't miss nice, but if you go back,
you know, even rebranding an organization is even difficult.
It's
for
difficult.
People to actually get used to the new name you are bringing on board.
It's true. It's difficult.
How much more a country that is known internationally?
It's
I think we need to put in more works if indeed we are signing in for it that the name Kotoka should be changed to Kwame Nkrumah International Airport. All right, that was just by the way. Thank you so much for joining us. We are going for a quick commercial break. We'll be back.
Hello Ghana, hello worldwide, I'm Mr. Level Bam. Now listen, every Tuesday and Friday, beyond the time it's going to carry bro. Our GhanaTalks Radio, 7 p.m. sharp. Now Tuesday, we're gonna talk about our culture, our history. My 20 things about Kwasem. Now on the Friday, you bars on bars. You better rap, you better say it. No artists go join me in the studio. We're gonna discuss about music and business. Konya, or you singer, and now you rapper, you think say you get bars. You go fi spit fire. Now listen, make you join me with studios. Our GhanaTalks Radio and yes say then our day. Me say download the GhanaTalks Radio app no our Play Store and the App Store. Na tune in and say this what you see baba live on Facebook, ko Instagram, any GhanaTalks Radio page and so now listen. E be your fire. 1 year, Konya, wading. Jajan.
It's a beautiful morning on GhanaTalks Radio once again, the midweek edition, and with my twins Peter and Paul in the studio. You know how we are about to serve you the best breakfast you can ever have in the city. My name is Pakwesi Omari. Welcome you to GhanaTalks Breakfast Show in the studios of GhanaTalks Radio. And as I mentioned earlier, I have my able guest in the studios ready with me to hold the conversation down. Gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning.
And then in some more.
Oh, and some more.
When governance is really in process, there is no need for any discussion because the government is in action. We are seeing development. We are seeing action. We are seeing promises being fulfilled, and that's leadership.
Okay. That's leadership.
Mr. Marie, good morning, and good morning to our viewers and listeners. Good morning also to the good people of Amasaman constituency and the good people of MPP. This Saturday we are having another delegate conference at Lagos Sports Stadium.
Sure.
And I'll be there.
Me myself, I'll be there.
You'll be there, okay. I'll be there, and I'll be a member of the operations team, so I'll be there. But quickly, let me just say something small about the violence and assaults of people during the Ablikuma North election rerun.
Okay, were you there?
Yeah, I was there. I went there early in the morning to observe things myself.
What was your duty?
I went there. I went there as an observer.
When you are voting for, you are voting just 19 polling stations, and the whole party who says they are not going to contest. This is serious.
The thing I'm saying,
you need to be suspended.
If you was there, your people were there. So if you ask me what did I go there to?
Your party said you are not participating.
I didn't go there to do anything. I just went there to observe.
Your party was not participating in that election.
So
why were you there?
I went there to observe. I'm a Ghanaian. I can observe.
No,
I'm a Ghanaian.
Sure.
So whether my party is not, even if it was between MPP,
were you having accreditation to observe?
Even if it was between MPP and CPP, I can still go there.
Do you have accreditation to observe?
I didn't go.
So
to the, I didn't go to the.
Had accreditation.
If you want to go there, you should have an accreditation.
I didn't see an accreditation on Malik Basin.
And even
he was having it. Every national executive from the NDC. The NDC was a party to that election. The NPP was not a party.
Edith Tamakulu wasn't having any accreditation.
How did you check accreditation?
I saw him there. Nothing was in the. So you want the police to ask him. I was there when he was entering. Even he didn't stand behind the walls to observe.
Were you allowed to enter?
I wasn't allowed to enter. The same
yeah,
way,
that's good.
But Edith Tamakulu was allowed to enter that without any accreditation.
Okay.
He didn't show I was there. I observed everything. He didn't show any accreditation, but he was allowed to enter. Okay. So in 2019 there was a ban on involving vigilantes in our election.
Yeah.
In 2019 there was a ban. There was a ban on involving vigilantes in our election. No, the MPP has vigilantes. Then this also have this.
Okay.
Perhaps the Iowa West were gone by election. Yeah. You saw what happened in Peace Council. Everybody came in that no, we should ban vigilantes in our elections. Yeah. So we all took that step and then we decided to ban vigilantes. We are having that invisible forces, that force, Burger Bulldogs, Kandaga boys. We having all these people.
The MPP were having all these.
We have all these groups.
NDC don't believe in these things, so we don't have any.
You having Asaka boys and the rest.
No, we have party boys.
You having vigilantes, and then you also having vigilantes, and then the
Peace Council. We were not having. Don't say
Peace
we
Council
have.
Peace Council and Christian Council said we should ban vigilantism in our politics. And then fine, we all adhere to this directive. Yeah. Later on, we just saw what happened. Now we've seen that they've reintroduced vigilante in our politics again.
Really?
Yes, that's what we saw there.
You saw vigilantes there.
They came in 3 pickups.
Wow.
They came in 3 pickups.
And
then they were all only assaulting MPP people.
Oh, why?
They assaulted Nana Lloyd, who's the deputy organizer for the MPP.
The MPP was not a party to the election. What were they doing there?
My brother. We saw these same people assaulting Hakumsin.
Okay.
We saw them assaulting another guy. For the other guy, I don't know where he belongs to. For now, the police has only come out. I saw the police couldn't arrest or even catch just one person.
The role of the police at the polling stations to protect the ballot box.
Protect the ballot box, and then people have been.
No.
Oh, people. When I'm done speaking, they can come in. People were there. They don't vote at the St. Peter's Methodist Church. They don't vote there. That police station, they don't vote there. Okay. They came in 3 pickups, pushed the police, entered the police center. The police couldn't arrest not even a single person.
Yes.
At least if they are about 15, at least just arrest one person. Just arrest one. Then we get to know that no, if from with that person we can get the 9 souls and arrest the rest of the people.
After a woman entered the area with a pepper spray.
So the police failed us, and then now we've seen that vigilantism has been reintroduced into our politics.
Okay.
And the MPP is going to do the same. Okay. We are also going to bring back vigilantism in the politics, and then we expect everybody to keep quiet.
Okay.
Whether the Christian Council,
the police is ready for
even the police were very ready for those who came to take one off, and they cannot be ready for anybody again. Okay. Once they were not ready for those,
BNI is listening to you.
Once the BNI,
will be picked after this program.
Once the BNI, I'm saying to authority, once the BNI, the police, the CID department, and the rest were all quiet and couldn't arrest not even a single person at the Blekumanov run. They couldn't arrest even a single person.
But they said they are conducting investigations into it.
The boys were there. After the boys assaulted the people, they didn't go anywhere. They were still at the grounds. And they couldn't arrest not a single person. You're not come to investigate. For what? At least just arrest one person. Even if you can't arrest all the boys, at least 2 or 1 of them, you can do that.
Okay.
So we are going to reintroduce vigilantism back.
Okay.
And I'm saying this with no fear.
Okay.
We are going to reintroduce vigilantism back. Because the police are quiet, the BNI, the CID, whatever, they all kept quiet for these people to assault. Then they after assaulting, they were still at the polling center, working freely there.
Okay.
So for that, I learned a journalist was assaulted. Is it the GH1 journalist? And then they're saying they are going to detain that police. It's a commander, Adenta District Police, or is it Adenta District or the divisional? Yeah, it's a commander there. They're going to detain him. I have no problem with that. They can detain him, but just know that it wasn't only the journalists that were assaulted.
Okay.
The other people, several people were assaulted.
Okay.
And then you know one thing too, they did this at our stronghold. The same place the pinches were bent. That very same place was where they assaulted. That very place our stronghold. Okay. If our 400 people come out to vote, almost about 350 are for us. So they was in their plan that let's go there and make them unstable. Let's cause chaos mayhem there so that people cannot come out to vote. That was their plan. Okay. And then they succeeded in doing that. But I joined. That's why you lost. No, that was a factor. That's a factor. Okay. What's the difference? Okay. Well, they check the number of voters, like the people that came out to vote. The turnout. You can check it. People were afraid. Okay. I joined a car from Pokwasi to Odoko. One lady joined from Ablekuma. She was going to vote. Immediately she dropped. I asked her, "My motor bano." She said, "Better." Sorry, St. Peter's Methodist. Okay. And I told her, "Young Kwanako to her." She said, "Like, oh, I'm going. They mean to that time. That time, they
if
like
you are not a smoker and you hear the police arresting. If you are not a smoker and you hear police arresting smoker,
maybe you might be bold. Somebody might be bold. For me, if I hear the police there, if I see the police, I see military, I see whatever, I'll still go and vote. But like, it's not like every people are scared. People are scared. People are scared just to go there because of the. It's not about the police because the people were watching on television. Like if I'm watching this on television and I have to go and vote at that center and I watch a video of chaos going beating people, assaulting people. Do you think I'll go and vote?
Who was attacked?
People were attacked. No, don't say people. Journalists were assaulted. No. 2 journalists, one from Joy News, one from GH1. Journalists were assaulted. So don't come and be here and make it like so. I'm saying we are going to reintroduce vigilantism in our politics.
Kindly wrap it up.
With no fear, and also about the cathedral. Right now we don't know. Now if you're a church, if you're a member of the Church of Pentecost, right now you should know who the NDC are. Now we don't know the cathedral. Now they break down. Now we don't know who even they're going to prosecute about this cathedral. We don't even know. Why? They're treating the cathedral. I want them to finish with the probing. But now they've come out that they're treating the cathedral to National Cultural Theatre, whatever. Something I usually said there are corrupt activities around it. Why don't we wait? Do our findings, prosecute people. Now, he's Apostle or Reverend Dr. Pokujina. I think he has been vindicated. That. And he has come out with should I say the list or the procurement, whatever they procured. And they're not finding they're not finding anything.
Who is not finding anything?
The Yoko is there. And the agent is there. The agent is there. So what are the findings? Because for now, these people, they can prosecute them now. They decriminalize this cathedral issue. And then if I mention his name, let me just Bishop Duncan Williams. Okay. I don't know. He wanted to head their office, like the clergy that were heading the National Cathedral. He wanted to head it. He wanted to be the head of them, and he wasn't allowed. And Reverend Kusi Watson was allowed to head, and one they both.
Really?
No. Duncan Williams. The main issue. We've got an insight of some of these things. We've been able to meet some of these people.
Well, I can also say I've got insight into that.
Yeah.
And I can tell you on authority that what you are saying is wrong.
No, it's never wrong. He wanted to be the head, and then we didn't make him the head. And then he's there now.
Archbishop
Duncan Williams, yes.
So that is why Kusi was having two names. No, there are some things. No. He is talking about the man of God. No. The MPP have made it a culture not to respect God. And we of the NDs will never allow them. Hey, you are talking about Duncan Williams. This is serious. A man of God.
What
a man of God.
What didn't you say about
the MPP as a party? Don't respect God.
What didn't the NDC say about Professor Martin?
I'm not surprised.
What didn't the NDC say about Professor Martin?
Bunu chairman.
Yeah, saying this. Chairman, we are here when the NDC. No, but
it's serious.
So now let me wrap up.
We are not talking about any other thing.
Let me wrap up. Wrap it up for me. Now. I'm wrapping up. Yeah. You've seen Joyce Bauer endorsing the violence at Ablekuma North.
How did she endorse
on Facebook?
How did she endorse it? That's what I'm.
She made a statement that it's happening in Iraso West Wagon, and if same happens, there's no problem. Malik Basintali. Yeah. On someone's page, she shared it and then made that statement there. Malik Basintali is also saying, endorsing it, giving a name, a title to whatever happened there, a flying python or whatever, I don't know. Hannah Bisi is also endorsing it. No, Sam George is also endorsing it. So we've seen political appointees, ministers and other things, people
endorsing it.
They are endorsing what happened at Abdulkumanov. Instead of them condemning it.
And endorsing means I support what happened.
You don't have to support. You don't have to clearly say. See, if you are in there, you can. Oh, if you are in there, Chama, relax. No. If you are in there, and then one thing you have to either you have to condemn.
Your time is up.
Either you have to condemn it, but once they didn't come out to condemn it. At least even you have to see if you have to first condemn the act before you can even make any statement. But they didn't come out to condemn the act. They were all praising the people that did it. They were all praising the people that committed that assault and other things. And then we are here watching. I'm saying without fear, we will bring back vigilantism in our politics. Yes.
Good morning, Omari.
You know you've introduced yourself already. So
first, I'll greet.
Just a rebuttal
I will just greet the good people of Offenso South, especially our MC, party chairman, and secretary, and other executive members.
Okay.
I also greet the good people of Okre, especially the DC is working very well.
Okay.
On other party executives in the constituency.
Okay.
I'm surprised my good brother Paul today is insulting this great man of God.
I didn't insult him.
I
didn't insult him. I only said he wanted to hear. I didn't insult him.
He is one of the few African pastors.
Don't misquote me.
Who have gotten the chance to attend the inauguration of American presidents. Few African pastors. So if this great man of God, somebody who can even attend the inauguration of the American president and preach, thinking he just want to be the chairman for what you call the National Cathedral. This, and so was that the reason why Kusi Boateng was having two names?
Kusi Boateng prosecute him. You are in power now. You are in power now. What are you waiting for?
What I'm saying is
prosecute the man. If the man has done anything wrong,
Christians need to stand
up. Prosecute the man.
Christian can stand up.
You are in power now.
You
are in power now.
Respect God.
You are in power now.
God is punishing the MPP.
And in the same way, a black party doesn't respect the same way a black party doesn't also respect Reverend Apostle Pokonina. The same way a black party doesn't respect them.
It is
he doesn't and never respect them. I'm being honest. I'm being clear here. A black party doesn't respect any of them. Reverend Pokonina and then Reverend Kusi Boateng. By now they should prosecute these people. If they think they find anything wrong with what they were doing, by now they should prosecute them. You are in power. You can't destroy their names and reputation and then come to power and not act.
Allow me to talk.
What are you waiting for?
Do you know the reason why we are inviting the finance minister?
Why are you inviting?
The main reason why is the National Cathedral.
Okay.
We are not making prosecution is not about noise making. The main reason why we are inviting the finance minister is because of that.
So the finance minister released money to who? And then when the money was released, the finance minister released money to who? And then
when the state institution
was able to account for the money.
When the state institution issued wrong monies for people to work, whether those people did the work to satisfaction or not, we are looking at, was the money meant for that?
So in conclusion, the people worked. That's what
you are counting as giving your personal account doesn't mean.
And then in conclusion, the people were able to account for the money.
Paul, do we all agree that this National Cathedral project was not to be funded by the state? Do we agree?
We agree to that.
Okay.
We agree to that.
Okay.
By the way, they were making it seem as if the money sent there has been squandered and
it has been squandered.
So
the amount given to David Ajayi,
they're able to account for everything.
Gentlemen, take your time.
They
have accounted their side of the story.
That is their side. We are waiting for the official.
The finance minister need to come out and tell us.
Official office. If they account for it, whatever they do, they will send a report.
Omari, there's one thing in communication. When you come on radio or TV and you have no information, your communication officer will tell you, don't allow the NDC man to talk. Because he's going to
when I was speaking,
What I mean is,
do you know why I'm allowing him?
Yes.
When I was speaking, you did say.
Because when he was speaking with that fast.
And then anything I speaking about fast.
Just wait for him to finish and then you
what
make
I
up
mean
your
is,
facts.
the finance minister coming is very important.
Okay.
If you listen to what the financial statement they gave, there are some aspects they say they don't have hand in it because the president said for those areas you take charge of.
Okay.
They are talking about the amount given to them. So the amount given,
So-
the amount they accounted for.
Why
is the
was,
total amount.
so why was a black one destroy the names of these people?
He never disrespected them.
Hey.
But what?
How did he
And
destroy their
reputation.
names?
But you are using two names.
Calling them thieves and other things.
Yes.
Calling them thieves. A black was calling these people thieves.
Why
Was calling
did he
Pokon
call them
and President Kusbatin thieves.
He called them
Thieves. Thieves.
Can you give us
Call
any
them
audio?
thieves. You call them thieves, and the next time when I come here, I'll prove to you. I'll give you an audio
Don't talk
or a
about-
video.
Then next time when you come, we talk about it. No. Next time when you come, you talk about it.
Yeah, I'll show you.
You
a
have
video.
no.
I'll show you. I never call them thieves.
The problem my
Yeah,
brother-
he labeled them as criminals. He labeled them
the
as
problem my brother
criminals.
is having is that today, this morning, he have no information. His communication officer asked him, please, when you come, I know Peter will punish you. Don't allow him to talk. What I'm saying is,
Peter, you have 1 minute.
the amount they accounted for,
Yeah.
is that the total amount invested by the government? No.
Okay.
It's just an aspect of it.
Okay.
So
that is what was given to them.
yes,
Okay. So
that is why initially we were telling
accounted
them they should tell us how much they've spent.
Okay.
They are accounting for what was given to them.
Okay. That's fair.
But the government allocation to that secretariat was more than what they have accounted for.
Okay. That's fair.
Are you getting the point I'm making?
I'm getting
So when you are talking about they being thieves, even if Okujeto said that,
Label them as criminals.
if turn from thief to criminal,
Thief and criminal, they're the same.
It's two different English
A thief
words.
is a criminal.
A thief is a criminal, but not all criminals are thieves.
Okay.
What I mean is, if I allocate 10 cities to you,
Yeah.
and you come and account for 40, meaning there's a system that you've not account for.
Okay.
But you are telling me Peter only gave me 40, and I can account for the 40.
Okay.
Per the amount the state allocated to the secretariat.
That is what the state.
If you move to the sites right now, what you see there is not something we can really say we've invested.
Okay. Okay. That's fine.
Have you ever gone to Anakazu?
Your our time is up.
Let me just conclude. Have you ever gone to Anakazu? The center, that great man of God, that Lord must have really built, I would say it's bigger than National Cathedral. So if Ghana really need a place of worship, we can leverage on churches in Ghana and still do our national prayer and Thanksgiving services.
Okay.
And waste money like the way you spend money on the 1st July.
Fine.
And waste money like the way you spend money on the 1st July. On 1st July.
What money did you spend?
Money wasted. Like
The
just giving
FPP
the-
as
just
a
giving the
party
clergy-
is
just giving the
intolerant.
clergy money.
They are now
Anyhow,
against God.
Meanwhile, we have Aglo in Ghana
So-
here. Meanwhile, we have Aglo in Ghana here. Aglo won't
the
charge you.
national chairman
Aglo won't charge you a
was
penny.
given by your party.
Aglo won't charge you a
Hey,
penny.
Paul,
Aglo won't charge you a penny.
For
You won't waste.
let's not go. To
No,
Hey.
Aglo won't waste the government's money.
Let's not go
Aglo won't waste money.
Hey.
Aglo won't spend government's money.
Agro use national assets. If you are not aware,
Aglo won't spend this amount. Aglo won't spend this amount.
Their national chairman was even arrested by you.
Aglo will never spend this amount.
Their national chairman was arrested by you.
Aglo will never spend this amount.
Hey,
Getting into the conversations for the day, the minority is demanding a reversal of. Yesterday, there was a directive given by the president that transactions being made regarding state land acquisition, we are placing a ban on it. We are all not in support of what we've been calling state capture. Properties that belongs to the state, then you see individuals, especially politically exposed persons, trying to acquire them and to becoming their personal properties. We've seen so many stories about all these things that the state is trying to, fight against. And so the president has taken a bold step in saying that there is no more going to be such a transaction in our state anymore. No state property is going to be sold. No state land, no state house, no state building whatsoever. And right after this directive in Parliament, we saw the minority, your party, people, saying no. This ban should be reversed.
Yeah.
Like, Paul, let me ask you personally: are you in support of state capture?
We have state capture, and we have legally acquiring, because the possession of state land, I don't think it's illegal.
Okay.
It's never illegal to purchase state land.
State land.
You can go to the right process, the legal process, and acquire it.
Okay.
Like the way EMP, Peter will say they went through the right process and acquired the black voter. Good minds.
No, these are the things that you bring my name, I'll come in.
But the EMP, by the private company.
Good.
And then by the private company, but the president's brother uses company to legally acquired. I'm saying legally acquired. So if somebody can also legally acquire a state capture, sorry, a state property, like maybe a land, I have no problem with it. But if it's by illegal means, because I'm in power, so I have to do this and take it by force, that's where I do not support.
Okay. So is that what your party is championing?
Yeah, because the president placed the ban on it on the 10th of January.
Okay.
This very year, 10th of January, after 3 days after he was sworn in. Maybe people have already passed through the process to purchase some of the lands. They passed through legal means. I mean legal means. So even if from January to now, you do an inquiry or investigations into the purchases of those lands, you can come out that this person used illegal means or illegal ways to purchase the land. So for now, we cannot give them
we can reverse.
we can reverse everything. Okay. By those who have been able to purchase it legally already,
we should let
them what they did it legally.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying, legally. And then it is in the constitution that they can buy it legally. Once they can acquire it legally. So if there wants to be a ban, then they should criminalize it.
Okay.
That nobody can. There's no any legal means of buying any state. They should just take it out of the constitution. There's no any legal means of buying any state property. Then you should be clear that there's no any legal means. Then we can all go by it. By just a ban on it. We don't know where the president is lifting the ban. We don't know. It's just a ban.
Okay.
And we don't know when the president is lifting the ban.
Indefinite ban.
Yeah, we just don't know when he's lifting the ban.
Okay.
We are just letting you know that some people may to affect some individuals or some entities who went to the legal means to acquire those land.
Okay.
You get it? So those who acquired the land through legal means, we can go ahead and prosecute them. I'm a young guy of this nation. I'm a young guy, and then I will never support corruption.
Okay.
I will never support corruption. So if anybody has illegally acquired a land there, they can just prosecute that person, call that person, take him on and prosecute him.
Okay.
I have no problem. Okay. But those who have acquired through legal means, I don't think there should be any case. We're still about politicians. We have private individuals who have also acquired through legal means. Through legal means. And once it's backed by law, I don't think that there should be any problem with that.
Okay. Unless
maybe we would like to criminalize it. That from now onwards, that was the constitution. Nobody can purchase any state property, whether by legal means or by any ways. Nobody should.
Okay.
Yeah, then I'm okay with that.
Okay.
But there's we have only just one concern. People have purchased land in the legal way. Now there's a ban on it, and then because before you buy a land, a government land, there are processes you have to go through.
Okay.
You cannot just go and then buy it straightforward from the lands minister or lands commission. You go to some processes. You get it?
Yeah.
The regional lands commission, the lands commission in that region, you have to seek for permit. You have to go there first to start the process and other things. You have the TDC there. You go there to start the process.
Okay.
So you go through all these processes.
Okay.
And then finally, you've been able to acquire the land. They come and tell you there's a ban on it. So you're not going to get the land anymore.
Okay.
It's somehow wrong.
Okay.
And somehow going to affect certain people.
Okay.
Not only I won't say politicians, because there are some individuals who also have passed through the processes to acquire that land. The right processes, yeah.
Okay.
Once it was backed by law, I don't think they did something wrong.
Okay.
Only Well, then it's about 6 months now since they placed the ban on it. And like what I was expecting is that after placing the ban, they'll do some inquiries or some investigations, and they'll come out that these people acquire this land illegally.
Okay.
They will know that yes, you did this because of this. But after this 6 months, you have not heard anything about people capturing the state lands illegally.
Okay.
Some time ago, I watched a video of an NDC chairman in Lekuku. Is that Crowell Lekuku?
Okay.
Making noise that some your general secretary, what's his name? Mosquito. Let me call him Mosquito. Let me address him Mosquito. He's now honorable. He's now an appointee. So let me call him by his name. Honorable Sediketia. Okay. They're making some allegations that his son. I'm saying allegations because I don't have evidence to. They're making some allegations on a video in a video that his son has come to capture some land over there when they want power.
Okay.
And then they're not going to allow his son to capture that land because they are. That was even after the ban was placed on the state capture.
Okay.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
But they came out with a video.
Okay.
So some of these things, let us know the people who are illegally acquiring those properties.
Okay.
They will know how to take them on.
Okay.
By just placing the ban. Once we know this thing is backed by legal by law, then
that makes it quiet.
Yeah, you get it. That's our stand.
Okay.
And we are not against we are not against people buying it legally. The only thing we are against people buying it illegal.
Okay.
But those who are purchasing it legally in the legal way, you can just allow them. Yeah, we are okay with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. Thank you.
Okay. Good morning once again to the good listeners of Ghana Talks Radio.
Sure.
When you talk about state lands, one area or one tribe that have really suffered when it comes to state lands is the Ga Adangbis. The Gans have really suffered because Ghana, our national capital is Accra. Most of the lands in the early days around let's say the early 90s, the 80s were bought from or were even picked from these chiefs in the Ghana soil, the Accra area and the other areas in Akatema and etc. But the issue now is these land, most of them were not the owners of the land were not compensated because these lands were family lands.
Okay.
But the problem is, if you pick my property for national development, and at the end of the day, I see an individual using it, is that not an insult to me? You picked my grandfather's land that belongs to our family. That is our what we have, our property.
Okay.
For state development, and later that land is leased to individuals, especially politicians.
Okay.
We were in this country 2 years ago when a famous former secretary of one of the political parties in Ghana died. And when he died and they were going to read his will, we saw Achimota Forest, some part of it will to a nephew.
Okay.
These are things that is serious and serious state capture.
Okay.
Because Achimota Forest, as we all know, is a sacred area in Accra where we believe if Accra have nothing, the only forest that we have that can really give us good air when we need it is the Achimota Forest.
Okay.
But a former general secretary, a former CEO died, and his will, he have will part of Achimota Forest to the nephew. The question is, how come? We have this state land sold less than half a plot in the same area. We have areas in Accra today that lands are being sold in dollars, pounds, not in cities. But somebody who is a minister or a party member can buy a land at that place as low as maybe 10,000 Ghana cedis.
Wow.
So what John Dramani Mahama is doing is that we are going to investigate from 2016 up to 2025 all state lands that have been sold to people. We want to know amount paid. Did the person have go to the due process? Did the person have the right documentation? And if you're not having it, the state will take it back. The state will take it back. the NDC as a party, John Dramani Mahama and his government is ready to serve the good people of Ghana well.
Okay.
And with that, he is using this to serve as a guide to his appointees. That from now, you have no right to buy any state property.
Okay.
Our foreign minister, Honorable Okuyoto Abroka, I heard him some months ago that he is ready to sell a bill to Parliament to ban all politically exposed persons from buying state properties.
Sure.
But individuals can buy. But individuals can buy.
I'm saying politically exposed. Let me tell you something.
So, but the citizens can buy. That's what I want to know.
What we mean is,
protecting them, meaning every citizen, not only politically exposed people. Every citizen should also.
The angle he is coming from. If this phone is 100 cedis, and the politically exposed person is also buying 100 cedis, it's different. But you have a situation whereby a phone that is 100 cedis can be sold to somebody less than 10 cedis.
Okay.
That's what we are talking about.
Okay.
Ministers use their cars just 2 years, 1 year. They buy the car from the ministry, and they buy it less than even half, sometimes less than quarter amount paid for the car.
Okay.
Just recently, when Master Kofi Jima was arrested, state cars was picked from his house.
Yeah.
Some of these cars were bought less than quarter the amount of the price of the car. These are the things we are talking about.
Okay.
I don't want my friends in the MPP to start talking about your people also bought some. It's not important. Today, John Dramani Mahama want to change the story.
Okay.
The first NDC, the second NDC, the third NDC, and the fourth NDC, those things happened.
Okay.
The first MPP, the second MPP, the third MPP, the fourth MPP, those things happens.
Okay.
But today, he is bringing an end to state capture.
Okay. Thank you.
So these are things that, instead of the minority to fight the president, to rather applaud him and ask him, we are rather come to help you so that we fight this canker.
Okay.
The gas are always unhappy. Your own man, IQO2, is it Honorable IQO2, is always talking about this. Go to East Legon and check how many gas have buildings there. Go to Trasaco and see how many gas have buildings there.
Okay.
Go to Tema, the most modern communities, and see how many gas have buildings there. But all of these buildings, the lands used in building them were for these families in Ghana.
Okay.
Some of these lands were given to the state for the state development.
Okay.
Later, these lands were leased to politicians and their cronies. So today, if you have gotten a president who is thinking more Ghana than thinking more party, we should applaud him.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
John Dramani Mahama is a game changer.
All right.
Ghana is now under new independent, because the last 8 years Ghana went through hell.
At least Rollins also was part of the Fourth Republic. So if we are under new independence, Rollins and Atamos also feel us.
What I mean is, we went through hell in the last 8 years.
No, we are
and
new independence.
we are
so
going through.
Twice. And within that twice, JJ has ruled, Atamos has ruled, and John Mahama has also ruled in 4 years. So if we have
that is why I'm saying he is bringing a new page.
Rollins and the rest all failed us.
What I'm trying to say
is,
is,
so rest in peace. Then this is say Rollins failed us. Rollins may also rest in peace.
Nobody say no. What I'm saying, the last 8 years.
You have
no.
If it to be a third independence, like you are, I will agree that Rollins had a second independence, but the second independence is by John Mahama, then the first independence by Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. That means Rollins and the rest, we didn't enjoy that independence that we are talking about. But we now have the second independence. We had the first independence during Kwame Nkrumah's time, and then we have the second independence in Mahama's second era. Then it means all those in the Fourth Republic and all those other people, Liman and the rest, they all failed us.
Paul,
when you are picking his statement, don't pick it out. I said the last 8 years.
When you were having your submission, he kept quiet.
Second independence is saying.
What I'm saying is, the last 8 years, the kind of hell that Ghanaians went through, the kind of state capture that Ghanaians went through, John Dramani Mahama is bringing an end to that.
Okay. Can you wrap it up?
The national cake should be national cake. Okay. Those who have gotten the chance to be CEOs, to be ministers, to be DCEs, to get any government appointment, they are not better than us. Okay. It's just a privilege.
Okay.
All of us cannot be CEOs. All of us cannot be ministers. All of us cannot be ambassadors. Yeah. So if God has given you, through the grace of God and the mercies, you get from any president, either from Prof. Mills, either from Akufo-Addo and from John Mahama, you are a minister, you should not take advantage to make the state.
Okay.
I'm happy God really brought the savior. And he's going to bring an end to state capture.
Okay.
And I know with what he's doing now, the appointees are learning, they are being smart, they are being careful, because what is happening in this, have happened in this 6-7 months now is a full story. Okay. And it's better than the 8 years somebody ruled.
Okay.
We can compare the 7 months to the 8 years rule of Nebuchadnezzar, Nana Akufo-Addo.
Thank you, Peter and Paul. Moving on to our next topic for discussion. We all heard about the cancellation of fuel for government appointees, right? And I think it escalated and provoked some level of happiness in the citizens as a whole. Everyone was happy. And in the midst of all this, an MP.
Mention his name.
Oh, you see, Sami only stated that this is just a gimmick, a PR. But Asefua says it is illegal and unethical.
No, but you know one thing. Anytime somebody tells you something is a PR, meaning it's good. Because the essence of PR in every institution is to really make
that is why we are not even going to factor on that too.
Yeah.
But we are talking about a lawmaker saying that the directive by the president is illegal. What makes this directive illegal? And it was said
let me first wish Honorable Ebenezer Nina Nate, former MP for Ablekuma Central.
Okay.
Happy birthday. Today's his birthday.
Okay.
And also let me greet Mr. Daniel Nyame, chairman of patrons for Akwatia constituency.
Okay.
Yeah, the Akwatia agenda is on, and he has served very well in Akwatia. Very well.
But this platform cannot be used to campaign for anybody.
No, I'm just sending my. I'm just saying my.
No. If you are doing that, you pay.
Yeah.
No.
Honorable Daniel Nyame.
I'm coming. Manager, prepare a bill for this guy.
Honorable Daniel Nyame, my regards to you.
No.
You served very well in Akwatia, and Akwatia will reward you. The good delegates in Akwatia is going to reward you. He's the chairman of patrons for Akwatia constituency, and the good people are going to reward him.
Rewarding for what? Somebody's deaf.
But somebody's deaf. Would you contest?
We are a different party.
So you also contest. So the people reward you for your hard work, and you are going to serve. And the people
I must say,
are also going to vote for you. We believe in you. We trust in you.
For great, I must say.
Yeah. You can't tell me what to do.
No. I must say.
Yeah. So let's go on.
Oh. I'm not interjecting. But I want you to greet Amase.
For me, I'm not really seeing the illegality.
Okay.
From my stand, I'm not seeing. But just what I want to say is that this is just a sentence. I'm not seeing the illegality there, so I don't talk about it, because I'm not seeing anything illegal there.
Okay.
So I'm not going to talk about that. But I'm just seeing the settings.
How
settings? Because after the Doomsday levy was introduced, he knows that the Ghanaian drivers and other things are going to go on strike. So the when we are now you're highway in the sea. The Doomsday levy room.
But isn't that much more of intelligence and smartness?
That's what I'm saying. That's so if it's smartness, Settings, it will be a bit more settings, no smart. Now, I'm gonna make settings now.
So that is why your government was not smart.
Dr. UN and the rest. Dr. UN and the rest. Settings no more Eddie my word. When they smart. Because you said you were smart because I'm not from my word no. I don't you from Emma my word no. Not air settings. Not air settings.
Samuel Kumi na give you.
So to settings, but he was very smart. So I'm saying after introducing the Dimso levy, the drivers proposed that they'll be going on strike and demonstration and other things. Okay, fine. So how they are, boom boom. Now the attention of the drivers, you feel on them. And you know one thing, as part of the president's promise, campaign promises, he promised to scrap the ex gratia of the article 71 holders. I want to say who hear me pa. Okay. I know it's step by step.
A committee have already been set up.
Yeah, so we are just waiting for the 184 MPs. Okay. They should approve it. Okay. Now, scrappy because I know most of them will be going for one term. This 184 MPs now. Most of them will going for one term.
Why are they going for one term?
Most of them will go for one term. Most of them will go for one term. We know this is a fact. Okay. If my constituency, then people will be going for one term. Yeah. So I'm just waiting for them to scrap that ex gratia. Okay. Because that was one of his campaign promises, main campaign promises. That you scrap the ex gratia.
We are talking about something very
with the full issue. That's what I'm saying. The full issue.
Do you support
the illegality?
Are you in support of it?
Yeah. Okay. I support they should start buying their own fuel. Okay. But who are government appointees?
Ministers.
So the staffers at the presidency.
Yes,
they are not appointees.
They also appointees are ministers, CEOs.
Are they not part of?
Anybody appointed?
I don't know part of.
That's why Samuel was asking.
So Samuel Oku, I'm coming. Samuel Oku was at NLA. Was he not a government appointee? So if you ask this question, he knew.
He was asking.
He was asking. How do you ask this question?
At presidency, we know they are going to sneak in.
What do you mean by sneaking?
They are the presidency. You have a 4-depot at the Jubilee House. Me uncle first house because it was built by President Kufuor and it was named Jubilee House. Yes, it's a Jubilee. So I will still call it Jubilee House. You have the 4-depot.
Maybe I don't know Jubilee House.
You don't know Jubilee House?
The official name we all know is the Flagstaff House. So
it's Jubilee House.
Jubilee House.
Yes, we came back in 2017 and then we still named it Jubilee House. My mom hasn't changed the name yet, so it's still Jubilee House. Yeah, it's still Jubilee House. Okay. Jubilee House. Yeah. There's a 4-depot there, and we know the presidential staffers. Some of them they are pay cuts. It's not for allowances. For allowances they more. The pay cut, somebody like Joyce Bauer, Monam JJ, can allowance me be a woman 80,000 this month. You add all allowances and other things, a month will be 80,000. So for a month like a Benedict. The main issue is that the slaves and other things can't cut it so.
Is it more than what your people were taking?
So you've campaigned against us.
That's why we reduce the number.
You've campaigned against us.
And again, they are going to use that same amount to buy fuel.
You campaign against us. Fine, you are in power. We've seen when the position you're quoting amount certain CEOs were receiving, amount certain people were receiving, and then you're in, and then they're still receiving the same amounts as their salaries and allowances. When the position we are quoting the same amount that these people were receiving this amount, this staff were receiving this amount.
NDC never did that campaign.
NDC were doing.
You when you came to power,
they were quoting.
You were the one comparing the CEO of Cocoa.
They were quoting the people.
Opuni salary.
And now you are here, and you are here, and you are still paying them the same amount.
What so we mean? The question is simple. Do you support the fuel? Do you support?
They can buy fuel. The fuel issue, they can buy their fuel.
Okay. Do you support that?
Also, we should know the amount of money that was spent within the 6 months on fuel for the appointees.
We should know.
We should know. So we can know going forward. We can know the amount we are saving.
Oh yeah, yesterday I think it was a rough estimation was given.
We don't want any rough estimation. Okay. Come out with the official just here.
All right, that's fine.
The amount of money that we were spending on the fuel for the political appointees, and how much we are going to save going forward. It's very important. So accountability will be key. You get it. When at least after you've said this amount. And also the police, the 4 depot at the Jubilee House in the castle. At least I'm close back. The castle I'm close here.
Okay.
At least they should close the one at the castle and then just maintain the one at Jubilee House. And we know the one at Jubilee House, only the president and his vice cried. The America said it's ceremonial vice. Yeah, it's a ceremonial vice because maintaining camp. I don't. Is she okay?
Is Bawumia okay?
But me has no more the vice.
I'm also asking a question.
I'm talking about the current vice.
And I'm also asking
Bawumia as a vice president was okay. Bawumia as a vice president was okay.
It was not okay. We were rushed to UK.
And then he returned, and we're seeing him everywhere. Okay. And I'm asking, it's our second lady. Yeah. Let's say first lady or second lady. No, let me say our vice president. The second woman, the first lady of our, is she okay? Because
she's very okay. When we launched 24-hour economy.
When was last time we launched 24-hour economy? Obekati and the crown was that now the honum. Yeah, forcing the same.
Is she young?
Yeah, forcing her.
Okay. So we know a retired professor. A retired VC.
So if she's retired, no, I want not fear. No,
Bawumia at 84. Akufo at 84 was still fighting for presidency.
So and then you can name it that old age doesn't old age. Mama can't show you to mama. Mama even said she's a youth. She good for you.
Yes.
So now you come and you represent an old lady.
Do know the vice president? No.
So what I'll say is that I'm not against the banning or the cutting the fuel the allowances for the appointees. Okay. But the staffers, we are watching them. Okay. The staffers are presidency. We are watching them because the fuel they put at the presidency, okay. We know those sneaking and further tanks there. Okay. Now, what if also what if maybe let's say a minister has been sent for duty on behalf of the government?
For that one, they said they are going to provide.
For that, they'll provide a full tank.
If you
let's say a full tank. Then first be as Sam George official duty from Accra to Adan. Let me say the constituency. You go pram. Is it going to get full tank? Or I'm calculate tank no be a full be should that
is that really needed?
Yeah, here. Okay. In like at cost nibi. Okay. In like at cost nibi. So if it's going to be a full tank, and then next in the 247 BI, we all make sure we just have a government official program here. Okay. I be cut 11 and we need a full tank. 11 and we need a full tank. If I say within 3 years, I can just within 1 week I can just do some 3 official programs. Now my full tank I thought should be 3 times. And if I have 3 cars, today I use this car, tomorrow use this car, tomorrow use this car. But filling that full tank, So what I'm saying is that fine, accountability is key. I support it by my main distance at the S Gracia. Because some of the MPs, some of the NDC MPs will be going 1 term. Many of them will be going 1 term. The S Gracia and the committee on Moche. They are delaying on this. In fact, now you say, oh, I'm going 1 term, no. That's where you see whether the MPs in Parliament will do support it. That's what we're waiting for. The S Gracia, I want to 1 term. They know themselves. Honorable, this woman at the, is it the option if you Boku on side, my first reference, I forgot the name. Oh no. What I feel from back intervening, you fast about the Boku issue. They said they're back 1 term. Oh no, who said no session on constituency? She's going 1 term. My constituency said them. Afena is going 1 term. He knows this. Omuna go 1 term. And they know this. So the S Gracia should be there. Young council. No more 1 term. No, Encom.
My brother.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes when you come to the radio and your party is pushing you to say some things, it disturbs. It doesn't really help you to flow very well. Because Paul and myself have been a regular guest on your show. And when we come, I know the way Paul speaks. But today, because the party is pushing him to say some things, he is not comfortable. Because my brother is sweating but still sitting in the air condition. You see? He's going through pain. What I mean is, we are now having a president who is more nationalistic. Okay. He is sounding more Ghanaian than being an NDC. Okay. Is the policy going to help us save some monies? Yes. If it's going to help us save some monies, why don't we all support it? And is it that they fear?
I'm not against it.
No, I'm not talking. I'm talking about your big fish. Or is it that they fear Mahama may make it a law that when they come in after 30 years, they cannot enjoy?
Who is coming after 30 years?
The MPP will be coming after 30 years.
Really?
So they think, they fear.
That's why I want to cancel S Gracia. That's the main reason we want you to cancel. If you come after 30 years, that's the main reason we want you to come to cancel this gracia and fire him.
The NDC as a party believe in Ghana. We think if we are asking citizens to sacrifice, the appointees and the government need to also show same.
Okay.
And that is leadership.
Okay.
You see, leadership is not just bringing out policies, but the sacrifices leaders will make for followers to also follow suit. Because now, if the president is now telling any state institutions to also maybe calm down on some of their demands, he have the right to say that.
Okay.
Because he have clearly showed that through this cutting down. Do you know, years ago, you may see a young lady having fuel coupons in her bag without even having a motorbike.
Wow.
Some have as much as 10,000 Ghana cedi fuel coupon. They send it to fuel stations, give them to the attendants, give them some part, give some, I would say, talking to the attendant and get money. And all these things are coming from government appointees because they get it just like that. Yeah. But now that is going to be regulated, it's a good sign. And John Dramani Mahama is walking the talk.
Okay.
When he's talking about let's save the nation, he's not just asking citizens to save, but he's showing that through his appointees.
Okay.
Samuel Uku is a nice gentleman. So sometimes I don't want to really allow him. He should not try to muddy himself in issues like this.
Why?
These things are for foot soldiers, people who are just party supporters, who just want to make comments, to make people happy. He really knew that this policy is good.
He knew his settings. When he says settings,
even say a settings is saving the nation.
Okay.
Where Ghana is, where we are now as a nation, we need things that can really help us reduce expenditure.
Okay.
And all these policies, DSTV, not just that one alone, even DSTVs in CEO's office and minister's office, now the state is not paying.
Okay.
Do you know the amount you pay for DSTV? And when you know what pains me, this means that when they are subscribing, don't subscribe for the cheaper ones. But the question is, if you subscribe for the higher ones, the premium, those ones that you say you'll be watching Champions League. Champions League are played around 9. By 9, you'll be in your house. Subscribe for family packages. The one you can watch small movies, watch documentaries, maybe watch some few news items. But they subscribe for what? Premium. And the premium ones too, the main reason people subscribe for that one is because of the soccer and those things. This Champions League and those things are played around 9 at night. So now he's saying, now you go to a minister's office and you see him watching GTV. No, you're not getting. No, the point I'm trying to make is at first, if you go to their offices, my brother, you attest to this.
GTV will be very sad hearing this. Say a minister is now watching GTV. No, like GTV will be very sad. GTV very sad hearing this from you.
But
the anger I mean is,
no, like
you go to a minister's office, you will see. No,
but GTV very sad. Like
what I mean is, what I mean is, from now, our ministers are going to understand us.
Okay.
Because if you are in your office watching Al Jazeera, where a town in maybe Agogo, there's a problem there, you will never know.
Okay.
But now that you are going to watch the GTV, you are going to watch the TV3s, you are going to watch Ghana Talk Radio show on your TV. Now you are going to understand us.
Okay.
This is a leader. This is a nation. And we are citizens.
Sure.
The leader is ready to push the nation ahead. And he's doing that by showing an example. The sacrifices. And you know one thing?
No.
John Dramani Mahama is fan of doing this. If you remember during his first term, there was some pay cut
and that one was used to build a lot of church compounds in Ghana. Yesterday, I heard one of the media commentators saying he really wants the state not just to cut, but to pick a project and say we are using the cut from fuel and maybe to do this. Okay. Just like what he did for the chip compounds. Okay. Ghanaians are ready to work with him. He's also ready to work with Ghanaians. What I will tell Ghanaians is that we may go through some few challenges. Because coming from a hell to heaven is not simple. Coming from a debt-sinking economy to a stable economy is not simple. There will be a lot of sacrifices we need to bear with the government. From what he's doing now, if this will continue, I'm telling you, the MPP will sit in opposition for more than 50 years. Do you know, in the history of Ghana, this is the first time you see opposition party, when they say Choboi, they have nobody to say yay.
Hey, where did this happen?
Let me give you a typical example.
Okay.
Abekumanov. This is the first time NDC have been a member of parliament. You have an MPP member of parliament at Abekumanov.
No.
NDC.
92.
92 was not 92 election. You never participated. That was a.
So it's not the first time. NDC has been there. So it's not the first time.
No. I'm coming.
If you check on records, it's not the first time.
No. Let me tell you.
And this one, like you are saying, you initially when I was talking, you made it clear that the party didn't participate in the election. The woman went on her own.
But Baumia gave the woman.
You're making it you yourself made it clear here.
Yes.
So don't be the double standard. Don't stand here. You're like,
allow me to talk.
No. You made it clear that the party didn't contest in the election, but I went there.
The party.
Now you are telling me that
the party didn't contest, but we have somebody who was campaigning in the name of the party. Okay. 2 days to the election, Baumia gave the person contesting 4 billion. Okay. Aduchum also gave the person 2 billion.
They are all individuals. They can support. They are all individuals on their own. Aside being a member of the party, they are all individuals. Like they do fire the victims. They went there individually to support. Okay. But example went there individually because they are all individual person. Aside politics aside, individually they also have their stand and they can do whatever they want.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Production. I want you to take this video for me. I'm sympathizing with the general secretary of the MPP. The party leadership and the leadership of the party.
He doesn't need the sympathy.
They are making him.
Your time is up.
They are making him unpopular. How can the general secretary of a party come out and say we are not participating in an election? Right after that, we saw members of parliament rushing to Abekuma to go and campaign for a former minister, for a former MP to be attacked. If your party say we are not going, you don't go there.
Okay.
When it happened and our chairman said we are withdrawing, all our members withdrew. Okay. After some judge had the crash with the state decorated hooligans. After that, every member of the NDC withdrew from the constituency. By this one, they said they withdrew from the election, but they have national executives, they have MPs, they have presidential aspirants being there. What a double standard. Why are you making JFK very uncomfortable? This man is a very gentleman. If you want to vote against him. Don't disgrace him. You are making him a toothless dog. Because if a whole general secretary, this thing can never even happen in the constituency in the NDC. Just a constituency secretary, it can't happen to him. Okay. Let alone a national secretary, the chief administrator of the party.
Okay.
Give orders. And individuals who have their own orders. I know after Saturday, some people will be suspended in the MPP. Okay. From Abronye, Kenya Japan will be suspended after Saturday.
Really?
Yes.
What are the crimes?
You if not watch it, go to here or here TV and watch. He's saying that he have gone against the orders of the party.
Who?
Kenya Japan, because there's a video circulating that Ken said, meaning he have gone against the party.
But Japan also there.
But what I'm saying is,
Brett Champon was also there.
Madam,
was the video campaigning with the woman?
So
Brett Champon was there.
I'm trying to quote the words of your Bruno chairman. Me, I'm not a part of your party. Okay. But he's telling us some people will be suspended.
And the Bruno chairman has no.
He's very powerful in your party.
Never. He has
very
no
powerful.
On suspension. On suspension. The Bruno chairman himself or your man suspension.
He's not under suspension. You are lying.
They say you could talk about on to be.
Hey, who told you? Who told you? He was at the council meeting last 3 days.
Which council meeting?
The one they went and rejected Kufuor's suggestion.
Then I didn't see him there.
He was there.
I didn't see him there.
He was there.
I didn't see him there. The man's under suspension.
Even yesterday he made another revelation that when Chairman Wontumi stood up to speak, but the chairman sat him down. Sit down. I was the one who bailed you.
Yeah, to Sam.
Go to Ghana Web.
No, I've seen it.
Go to Ghana Web.
Like I can be here and say things that happen there because somebody might give me info.
Yeah. Sit down.
But the man's under suspension.
Listen.
The chairman himself.
Sit down. Shut up.
It's nobody in the party.
Listen. Sit down.
Rather me
sit
at
down.
Police station level.
Sit down.
I'm more powerful than Abonye.
It's a lie.
I'm more powerful.
He is the Bruno chairman.
I'm not suspended. I'm a slap party member. I'm not suspension.
He's not.
I am more powerful than him now.
It's not true.
I am more powerful than him now.
Can you suspend Abonye?
Why can't you suspend Abonye? Why am I?
He is the leader of our men's campaign team. And Abonye. Oh, look as if my mic is off.
Your mic is
not.
I do know. Abonye is the campaign chairman for our men's campaign. And they've decided.
Mike knew of course.
No. Abonye is the campaign chairman of our men's campaign team.
He can be.
And as the campaign chairman of the Baume's campaign team, they've decided to attack all pastors in Ghana. And Christian Catholics need to stand up. Every Christian need to vote against the MPP in 2028 election. Let me tell you, all the big churches.
We are here when Agnasari and the rest make those noises.
I'm coming.
I'm coming. Agnasari, Bishop Agnasari.
But they never insulted anybody.
Bishop Agnasari.
But for
say we do they won't vote for a Muslim. Agnasari can all those things.
Oh, but
and then this thing can even strike a war in this country.
Yes, they said there will no vote.
Just war.
It's not true.
The Islam.
It's not true.
Maybe they are very peaceful. So can maybe like just to
Abonye is insulting Duncan Williams.
Agnasari, I don't condemn you.
Do know.
You condemn me.
Do know Duncan Williams, eh? All the big churches in Ghana, their pastors' fathers, Duncan. It's what? It's Udanaba.
And you're sorry.
It's Udanaba.
I'm sorry, my church is the big church, and we don't father Duncan Williams. Don't say all the big churches. You can say some. But don't say all the big churches. My church is the big church.
What church? What church?
Baptist church.
Baptist is not a big church.
Hey, Baptist is not a big church. You have across the. Baptist that's the chair. Action. Then Baptist is bigger than action.
No. You are talking
across the country. Baptist
no.
So I can say
no. How many are your members?
Pentecost is the chair. Hey, we have Baptist across the country.
Your members.
Baptist across the country. More than Archbishop. That's why you cry.
You have more branches. So, brother, have you not seen?
Oh, maybe your church.
Have you seen the position of the MPP? They are anti-God. They are antichrist. The MPP as a party, for now, is against God.
And the same way the NDC is against the Islamic religion.
No.
The same way the NDC.
It's not true. It's not true.
No.
It's not true.
I don't think.
It's not true.
We saw the attacks on the Sheikh. We saw the attack on the Sheikh. We saw the attacks on the Sheikh. Sheikh Kamadin.
Both your microphones are off. Both your microphones are off. So whatever you are saying, see. Let us. I'm coming. I'm coming. Let us not extremize our communications on this platform. Respectfully, we all know these are respectful religious bodies that we have in our country. Let's not.
That's what I'm saying. It's good. I would like my brother to say he distanced himself from whatever Abonye is saying. But if you are trying to defend him,
the party itself.
Kindly wrap it up on the subject.
Don't make this thing in.
So
kindly wrap it up.
What I mean is, Abonye, after speaking against our most reverend Archbishop Duncan Williams, the party came and distanced itself from what he said.
So
I'm coming. After that, he is still talking.
Because your man suspension. So, my man suspension.
No.
Do you remember the subject matter we are on?
Send this.
I'm talking about the fool. But what I'm
wrap it up.
I didn't settings there.
I didn't settings. What I mean is,
yeah,
the fuel policy. I'm talking about things that the president is ready to do for Ghana.
Okay.
The sacrifice that he's doing. The NDC is for God. The NDC because no, our the a party that was having a vice president who was even a Muslim never built a Hajj village, but a Christian who also believed he's from the north came and built the Hajj village.
I thought the Hajj village was started by
okay.
No. It's something we start.
The Hajj village was begun by in the northern region.
And again, Tamale Airport was built. Tamale Airport was built purposely for Mecca.
So why are you here?
These are things.
Tamale Airport was built international by our government.
Who built it?
You can make local airport. You can make local airport. It's not true. Make it international. It's different.
Yesterday, and I'm very glad that we have Peter in the studios today.
Yes, sir.
Because he's
from that constituency.
He's not even that, but because he's a teacher. The Ministry of Education has directed the National Teaching Council to abolish teacher licensure exams.
Yeah.
And it has raised two objectives. People think, no, this will bring down the intellect, the proficiency of the teachers, because the licensure kept them on their toes to study well and all that. Others also think that licensure wasn't even necessary in the first place. So if we are abolishing it, I mean, it's in the right cause. So yeah, I think for this
I think the teacher licensure is good.
Okay.
But the mode that it was organized was wrong.
Okay.
Somebody have been in classroom teaching for years. And you ask the person to go and write license, especially teachers who were recruited from 2018 were tasked to write license. Some of these teachers have even sent students to write their final exams, either BEC or WAS, and they pass very well. Students after College of Education will be after completing their College of Education will be asked to go and write their licensure exams in different centers in the country. Sometimes areas, if you are from an area where there is no College of Education, you join a different school to write.
Okay.
I have the privilege of doing my national service in the nursing training school.
Okay.
And also taught there for 2 years on contract.
Okay.
In the nursing training school, what happens is that from first year to third year, you write internal exams. So when I was a service personnel in Kita nursing and midwifery and nursing training school, I was teaching com skills. As a national service personnel there, I set questions for my students to write. Okay. And that was an exams that can help them to be promoted or not to be promoted.
Okay.
So all the exams in nursing training college is internal. They only write an affiliation exams when they get to their third year and write a licensure exams. But when it comes to the College of Education, all the colleges are affiliated to universities. UCC, Uniba, now I think UDS is also doing education. I've even heard Legon have started education. The colleges are affiliated to them. Teachers who teach students in College of Education do not set questions for them to answer. The questions come from the external university they are affiliated to. The teachers only set, I would say, midterms and text internal, but every end of semester exams come from an external school. So why don't we add the licensure to their school course? So whilst you are in school, you complete and write your licensure. Just as nurses, you complete and write your licensure. But this case was complete You have nothing to do with your school again. You go and write register with the register for the licensure exams. Right? If you don't pass, you are not posted.
Okay.
And the NDC government, the SNDC government, that is the first part of John Dramani Mahama, he introduced something we call PLC. But it was not, the implementation started, but the MPP government came, picked the policy, also add something to it, and there's a policy in every school now that something we call PLC. The PLC is for what? Professional what? Learning. Okay. So teachers are taking through internal workshops. So we have external people coming from the region, coming from the district, and we have peer facilitators. When I talk about peer facilitators, we are talking about teachers who have been trained to also train his colleague teachers.
Oh, okay.
So now in every school there is a day meant for teachers workshop or teachers training.
Wow.
And the essence of that is to update teachers to be more modern.
No, okay.
Now they are telling us we should even start using ICT in teaching. So teacher can go to class with a note on a tablet. You go with a projector. All these things are there. So if you want teachers to be professionals, you can't use just one day exams to make somebody professional.
Okay. So in all, you believe that the licensure is good, but it should be in the mode that you just...
The new method that they are saying,
yeah.
Bounding it does not mean it's totally off.
No more, okay.
What they are going to do is now, whilst you are in school, the licensure will be a course attached to your whole program. So by the time you complete, you write the licensure exam together with your internal school exams.
Okay, that's fair.
Because the question asked as a licensure mostly are not too different from what you are taught in college.
Okay.
But you know, examination is not easy. Hey, I always tell my students, if one day they ask you to also set questions for me to answer, I also fumble. Because exams is exams.
Sure.
So what I mean is, if you read the document very well, it's not total bound of it.
Okay.
But the policy that you complete, go and register and go, no. For now, it's going to be part of your course. So whilst you are completing, as part of your program, you do the licensure, so you get the 2 certificates to practice as a licensed teacher and as an academic, you get academic certificate and a license to operate as a teacher.
Okay, all right.
And that thing, though it has its pros and cons, it also helps some teachers. I know some teachers who traveled because of the licensure.
Okay.
Because they said now, at first when you travel, some countries will ask you to go and write licensure. But now, when you are going, they will take your licensure certificate and assess it. If
you did well,
if it's good as compared to theirs, they can just pick it and give you an appointment.
Oh, okay.
So it's not totally off, but they are taking that pressure where students will complete. I know somebody who have completed college already for 3 years now. He's still struggling to write the licensure. Because you complete, stay home for some time before you ask to write. But if it's part of the academic work and teachers will take you through the various topics, the areas you need to know, I think in a way it will help.
Okay.
Licensing is not bad,
Okay.
but I think the process and the mode used didn't help teachers. And because it was something new, it's not easy for you to adapt to new things.
Okay.
Just like the MPP is not able to adapt to new policy by John Dramani Mahama. The same way, it was not easy. It's not easy for teachers to just accept that new policy.
Okay.
It was not bad.
Okay.
If you read the full policy, it's not that we are no more going to get the license. We are going to get it, but we are going to use a new mode of writing.
Okay. Thank you.
Mr. Murray,
Yes, sir.
he's a teacher and he has spoken. Then
Sure.
he made it clear that the national exams is not anything bad. Do you know one thing? Like I always say, the teachers, the training teachers, those who are not training, mostly they do go to classroom for practicals, right?
Yeah.
So whilst they are in school learning, they still go to classroom for practicals. Because I know of one lady who's under training, or she's in the College of Education, but whatever friend, I just old school out there, meaning she has been going to classroom for practicals and other things. Like the nurses,
you call it teaching practice.
Like the way the nurses also do, they go for they also have a weekend house or whatever. The nurses also have this. Like you were saying, the teachers, some of them suffer because they stay home and after some time they're being asked to write the exams. The same applies to some of our lawyers. Because if you get exams now, so the lawyers also, I praise the way they are doing the teachers because one day I would like to be a lawyer. The way the teachers are having this, the lawyers almost
sorry, it's a me too. So if you really pay attention to the vetting of the Supreme Court judges, and if the Attorney General has spoken about it, that now what they want to do is they want to stop having Makola only in Accra, where everybody needs to move.
It's not about Makola alone, but even the exams itself, they should also find a way and then adjust it to.
So what they want
so that like whether 3 centers or 4 centers or Makola alone, or building another center, it's not my problem.
What they want to do is even if Legon as a school have a law school, they should have that capacity to license their lawyers.
The license there is not my issue. Like the exams there are right. I think some fan kind academic with whom I. It's never yes they be a bit faster program and function my. No, next you practice Sakra or court Sakra. Never once we are in school, you also practice the law.
Okay, those who read LLB.
LLB,
okay.
If I want to be a lawyer in future, so once I'm in school, I also be practicing the law on the field.
They do that too. Law school.
Most of them they don't because I know
you follow you.
I know people. They don't because after you can be a practitioner. But you can't be called to the bar.
Okay. Yes.
You can be a legal practitioner.
You can't be called to
but you can't be called to the bar.
Okay.
What I say, and that's what honor. So check all both sides. Some other many other teachers some exams. The exams some your form. Even no because it's made right and other things. So they also write some exams before.
Oh no, what you say?
I'm just praying.
Who is the accountant?
They should check all of those sides.
Who is practicing accountant? Unless what chata na be.
So I you require chata over chata crown. Go me account university. Me accountancy of tertiary. So you require person like any na because say me chata ya page my crown na a bedding. So I could put you across you can be an accountant, but you can be a junior under somebody. Yeah. But say about rule as a chief accountant for the office. If you can audit a crown, I can audit a crown. You get it. So some of these things, I'm now. So it's So maybe I made this about this teaching issue. So whatever they want to do, teachers for now. I'm not classroom. That if they're teaching well, I have no problem. Okay. But my worry is that most of the government schools have issues with her. The teachers themselves. Some of them they teach in private schools and they can sacrifice their timetable. Tell me some child call on class in the government school no. No sacrifice child private school. Something I say training nana because mostly so because of backward school are officially they believe say ordinary private school but it shouldn't be so.
Okay. But the question is
it shouldn't be so.
And so
because the teachers the private school are really trained teachers. My school they are trained, but private school quite far SS leavers they kind of shadow on. Because from our community how many trained teachers. So I keep wondering what's wrong there at mostly the private schools no. They pass. Is it from the head? Usually from the head, or from where?
Okay.
So let's check all those things now. But education is the key. Like MPP believe in education.
Before we go,
but I some very I think it's rather a challenge in the basic school because per se any private school.
Now I'm talking about the
basic.
Yeah,
I think that for now as sound because and then oko baby to say a coupon one PTC demonstration. It's not easy getting admission there. Okay. If you come to Educrum, we have NIFA basic. Getting admission to the basic school, no, to even P1,
even in Catholic schools, like Catholic schools, to get admission to Catholic school or something.
So I think it's
difficult. But the main basic like the MA and the DA. I'm not my brain.
And the
last night, I sent some news outlets to both of you. And let's do some 2 minutes on that.
Is it on the somebody registering people?
Yeah. And I think this is
around my area. One thing I will tell politicians or anybody who is close to power. Hey, let me tell you something. The problem we have in Ghana is that the question is, who is a politician? We should ask ourselves that question. Okay. Is every party member a politician? Is politics a job? I think politics is all about service.
Okay.
The government have brought in a nice policy. Why should you take advantage of people? I don't want to conclude.
Yeah.
Depending on the area, it might be there is no internet in the area. It might be. Okay. I'm putting in commerce, inverted commerce.
Okay.
It might be there is no internet in the area.
Okay.
So the person charging or taking the money is using it to buy data. But you should be reasonable. I've heard is it 50 CDs?
Yeah.
But I think the person, I don't know whether he's after filling the forms, he printed for them. We should sometimes when issues comes like this, I don't really want to rush and just conclude. It might be he's doing the filling of the forms and printing the forms and putting them in envelopes.
Okay.
It might be. I'm not speaking for him.
Okay.
But if it's not that, it's a crime.
Okay.
Well, they say the thing is for free. But if there is no internet there, because if you come to me, Peter, can you fill this form for me and print it for me? I don't sell papers. And I don't produce papers. I don't produce data. I need to use data to fill the form so that I'll print and put it in a brown envelope for you.
Okay.
So I don't want to jump into conclusion, but what I will say is we should be careful, especially if you are close to power, especially if you call yourself a politician. There are some things that you do that if a different person does the same thing, it may sound a bit okay, but because you call yourself a politician, when you try that, it will be used against you and it will be used against your party. If you don't take care, you can't take yourself out of that hook.
Okay. Thank you. Paul, anything you would want to add?
Yeah, let me say, this particular policy, is it under the assemblies, the municipal and district assemblies, the MM?
No, it's
YE is also, YE should have an office in the assembly, like it will help.
No, YE have, do you know the problem? Let me come
initially, YE in Amasaman, we have a YE office, and then the organizer for the NDC is now occupying the YE office.
The YE office is there, but you need to go and fill the process. You'll fill it online, and you'll print out and bring it to the office.
I think with this, the organizer for, let me use Amasaman as an example, because the youth organizer is my friend.
Okay.
He can just, and Amasaman is not like unlike the Kapim North or Kapim South. If Amasaman is like is a little bit let me see, a cosmopolitan area.
Okay.
We have different
cafes there. You can go and print.
So let me use this. Like people can even come to the assembly easily than maybe the Kapim North. Because Kapim North, I went there and before you go to Adoso, find a way. You get it.
Yeah.
It's an also a factor. But if the YE data organizer, by all means, is having some youth police station executives there, you can make the Salimon Bomb. Well, you know we are here to save. Bomb now I'm feeling we know how we go by it. At least that will help. Now I'm saying you have a youth organizer in Namasama NDC and he's occupying the YE office. And then under the YE, you can also have every electoral area. You be in charge. Whatever it is, let me know. The fill of the forms, whatever. Even if they can print the forms for them. No, because I know the YE office, they might have a printer over there.
Okay.
At the YE office, they might have a printer over there. So you can put the forms and then even come and print it at the YE office to help.
Paul, one thing is, I'm just trying to looking at Ekopon. It's one of the biggest constituency I've ever seen.
By Esunchamasaman. Amasaman, you have no idea.
Part of Ekopon is even part of.
If no, that I'm saying that's Esunchamasaman. So what? Let me end. So
it's not possible.
What I'm saying is that let the YEs. The YE officers, they should come in.
Okay.
Put people in every electoral area because they have electoral areas there.
Okay.
Let those people be in charge and assist the people.
Okay.
Even if they can endorse one, because somebody living on the Adosu Road, the villages there, somebody living there, if they can be a diamond, you get it. So at least they gonna 10 Ghana cry. Now be for data now, man. Then you come to the assembly and print it can be free there. You are serving the people and you are there to help.
Alright.
So I think that's good. And also like the way people like was saying, if you win power, people can use your name like Yamin and Abanga, NDC Abanga. People are going there using their names to scam the legal miners, or not illegal, legal miners.
Okay.
And then the legal miners have come out to make a complaint.
Okay.
The people are using their name. They've come out to deny it.
All right.
And then the Yoko has called them to investigate this issue.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, bomb price.
Your last words before.
My last words is that everything in Ghana here is now settings.
Okay.
Everything in Ghana here is now settings. Okay. I remember when a black one.
You are doing 1 minute.
Yeah, 1 minute in the shop. I remember when a black was said that they will not use any presidential jet, any different jet to travel or any like either the president or the vice president or whoever our appointee. When they went to take the vice president from UK, when they went to take it from UK, they used a different jet. When they did it, immediately the media has to talk about it. They arrested one to me. Now I never took the attention. Settings. The same way Dumso Levy now the media is not talking about the Dumso Levy, but we are all talking about the cut-off of the fuel. Settings. This government, everything is settings for this government. Okay. Once they know that the people will talk about this, you will be ashamed. Now you're being freeway, so that's what they are doing now. Okay. And the Ghanaians are aware. We don't have short memory. We are aware. Okay. Settings now, that's what I'm saying. Settings. They because you did bonny we are. Now you find pataomo. You did bonny we are. Now you find pataomo. And no more.
Okay.
Okay. If settings can solve problems and save money, then the nation is in the hands of a good person. Yeah. So one, I will really greet Nana Osudumja Abebiu, the fifth Adukum Hine. This man is doing very well. Do you know, just last 2 weeks, he's bringing a lot of these black Americans back to Ghana. He's giving them chieftaincy titles, and I think it's helping. So Nana, good morning. Namachia Nana Kwesi Oseu. Nana ko UK by NCHI ice on who. Nana, good morning.
Okay.
Let me just do 1 minute for Maxwell Amwako.
1 minute is too much.
Okay, just 30 seconds for Maxwell Amwako.
Before that, I'll greet Amase.
Time in here. We don't have time. Maxwell Amwako is contesting as the Queen's president. Okay. At King University. Okay. He wants to know the positions he has held before, and then the program is studying. Maxwell Amwako, the program is offering is BSc Natural Resource Management. Okay. He's from Akotia, PSB Senior High School. Okay. The position held. Currently, he's the TESCON treasurer. Okay. Currently. And he's also the general secretary, INEC, King University 2024. Okay. The general secretary for INEC 2023. The 5th floor rep for Queen's Hall 2023. Okay. And was the science president for Akotia PSB. And then he was also the SHS, the school prefect for junior high. He was the school prefect, the head prefect for the junior high school, Adams Secretary. Okay. So when it comes to leading people, serving people, Maxwell can do. Okay. So we say Max can do it well. Okay. Yeah, let them vote for him and let him become the president for the Queen's Hall.
Okay.
Give me also a minute. For me, I know NDC is winning Akotia, but the point I want MPP to present, I must say. That lady, the lady have done well for them.
That is where we call the curtains on the show this morning. It's been an honor having both of you in the studios to grace the show, to be as interesting, educating, and entertaining as it has become. We thank our audience, our listeners, viewers, wherever you are. We thank you for making it through with us throughout the show since the morning paper review. This is where we end the show. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Hello Ghana, hello worldwide, I'm Musa Level Bam. Now listen, every Tuesday and Friday, beyond the time it's going to carry Brell, our GhanaTalks Radio, 7 p.m. sharp. Now Tuesday, we're gonna talk about our culture, our history. My 20 things about Kwasem. Now on the Friday, you bars on bars. You better rap, you better say no artist go join me.